Good evening, service crew, fighting pilot extraordinary Ace Windfall. Ready for takeoff. Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome on in. Happy Thursday, Asmo. Welcome on in. I feel like you've been actually first a handful of times, Asmo. I remember there was like one time, I don't know if it was this week or it was last week or something, but one time you wrote third when you were the first person in. But we're here, it's Thursday. I am up, scaping my town, in Townscaper. A game that, I don't know when I bought this. That's a lie, I do know when I bought this. I bought this in the same, like, sale/bundle. I'm pulling it up right now, actually. The same thing that where I bought, like, Dwarf Romantic, A Little to the Left, and a few other games. Back in, like, June of last year. Just in case you were ever wondering what my, when I buy things and then when I play things schedule is like. It's kind of like that. It gets divvied up though. We played because what was that? We played Dwarf Romantic in there not that long after I bought it. Then A Little Left like in November, and now we're playing this now. And then I think about 4 to 5 games during that splurge. I think Frostpunk might have been in there. We played that in December. I think the only game left in this list. Oh, Little Kitty Big City, not Frostpunk. It was Little Kitty Big City, which I think that was actually the first one we played from that collection. The only one left from that, though, those are a lot of cute games. The only one left from that summer sale is Armored Core 6, which I hope to play early this year, hopefully next month or so. But today, we're escaping towns. As I believe was told before, and as I reiterated with myself yesterday, this isn't a game. Not really. This is more of a simulation. You just build and you just do. There's no game, there's no time limit. So that's what we'll do. We'll just hang out, we'll build a town, and just have it go. Frostpunk for the black sheep of that group. That's why I thought it was Frostpunk for a second. It wasn't. Armored Core 6, which is the black sheep of the group, because it's a lot of like Little Kitty Big City, this Dwarf Romantic are all very just cute, fun, relaxing games. And then Armored Core 6, baby. Yo, what's up, Vortis? Happy Thursday, Vortis. Welcome in. We are upscaping our towns. And I don't know about you guys, but in my head yesterday, I was like, Ace, what are you going to do for your Townscaper stream? It's not really a game, as I realized. My brain harkened back to when I was a young lad. And I don't know if you guys also did this when you were younger, but did you guys have the thing where when you were younger and you were on either your parents' computer or your own computer, you would just open up MS Paint and you would just draw a world map and you would just like play out the history of a world map? That's what we're doing today, effectively, except it's just a small little town. That's what we're planning. Yeah, let's go for this. Was that before or after Dwarf Romantic? Or did you recommend this? You wouldn't. No, because I bought this at the same time as Dwarf Romantic, right? You recommended this a while ago then, because I got this back in June of last year. So, I haven't done it. The only thing I've done was earlier when I launched the game, I clicked over here and it did a thing, and then I realized I can Control Z. That's all I know about this game so far. If I right click, I assume no. Ooh, that's weird. How do I rotate? It's not with... Can you rotate in this game? Ooh, I don't like that. It should be with right click. Ooh, that's weird. What does middle click do? That's questionable. Hold on. We'll do a little settings here. Keyboard and mouse. Left click to add, left drag to rotate, right drag to move, right click to remove. Scroll zoom, scroll click to color pick. Oh, I can't actually change these. That's fine. Dang it, it's like grabbing a new like 3D software and you're like, well, gotta learn my keybinds. A little goofy, but we'll make it work. All I know about Armored Core 6 is that one tweet where someone put a womb tattoo on their Mac. How is that the only thing you know about it? I got whiplash reading that. Holy cow, Asmo. What's up, Almina? Happy Thursday, welcome in. So here we go. Here's the start of our little town. And so we're gonna make a little town. We're gonna make an entire history of it. Is my plan? Question mark. So we got our little town here. We got our first inhabitants. This isn't even a town right now. This is a small little fishing platform out in the giant ocean, right? We got this feels like I don't even know if like multiple families would live here yet, or if it would just be like one family and this is just like an extra cottage or an extra room for them. It'd just be like one person, like an old man and an old woman would live here. Maybe their grandson would come by every so often, or their grandkids, right, would come by every so often. This is where they keep all their fishing supplies, and they just kind of go fish out on this non-existent little dock here. So how do I do if I do this and then click this? Does that? Oh, it just places it on there. Okay, hold on. How do I edit the color that's already there? Would I just have to like destroy? Okay. And then if I color pick and place, okay, interesting. And then I can obviously build on top of it if I would need to, or I can build out that way if I need to. Oh, doing that put a little ooh, that's cute. Interesting. So right now we only have these two little houses. So what would happen next? If we just place down, okay, that builds pathways. If we build over here, oh, a little extension at the side of it. Okay. And if we build under, then we can get platform there. Got it. That does platform, and that also does platform. So house can only be built on the second layer or above. If we build on top of that, ooh. Goofy looking little thing there. We build out here. It does another overhang. Got it. What's interesting here is that it kind of, like, this is a flat surface. This does not go to a flat surface, though, right? It kind of, like, bends into a 3D thing. Is that where I mess with the grid? So this would turn, ooh, very, very interesting. What's the ball do? Oh, it's the 9-day cycle! Oh, that's cool. How do I... No. Interesting. Okay, I can't adjust it. Oh, I cannot adjust it at all. Got it. Okay. That's kind of fun, then. I kind of like that in a way where it's, like... That way I don't have to, like, deal with... Like, not that I don't have to deal with it, but, like... Presumably every time I open a new one, I'll have a different grid, or I might have a slightly adjusted grid, or maybe not. But it's just, like... There's something nice about having, certain things pre-done for you, right? And you just kind of have to build and work around that as is, right? Interesting. I wish I could reset this to the middle of the thing in an easy way. I guess this is close? Because now the lighting just looks wrong. Even though I think it's more or less where it was. That's good. Question mark. Should be good. That's fine. Okay. So it might not be as active in chat as usual. No problem, Asmo. I hope you enjoy your Minecraft. Let's see. Is there music in this game, by the way? I thought there was music when I first popped in for a second, but... If not, we can go and grab some generic royalty-free music. There isn't? Okay, let's grab some generic royalty-free music real quick. Very nice, Almina. I'm surprised it's the beta. I thought the actual game was coming out, because I saw people talking about, did you run the, oh, what is it called? There was like a test thing that they released, right? Where you can like see like what settings should you run the Monster Hunter Wilds on. Thank you, Fortis. Let's see. I want to type this in, and then every time I type in this, if you guys ever go to YouTube and you just type in like relaxing jazz music, it looks like it's just AI, which honestly a lot of it probably is. Streamed one day ago for 11.5 hours. What if I make a twist on this? How would we do this? You think I would get copyrighted for? No. What they won't know won't hurt us. February 28th. So wait, Is this so? This open beta is just one of those things where it's just like basically what's the word? Just promotion, I guess. Because I don't think they could change anything in like less than a month outside of like maybe messing with their servers a little bit. Oh my god, I even typed it in. I feel like I should have. Oh wait, I know. There was a really good video I got. There it is. I kind of like this one. I don't know why I got this video called Just Relax and Stop Overthinking Nintendo Relaxing Video Game with Music on like my recommended like a week or two ago. And I clicked and it was good because I really like the, here I can give you guys a little sneak at it. I really like the, how do we do this? Studio mode, sources, TGA, there we go. I just really like this. I'm the aesthetic of this, which I don't know if this is from a game or if this is just like RPG Maker, someone made this simple loop in it, but this scene looks so inviting and warm that I had to like I clicked and I listened to it and I was like, this is good. I don't know if this will make the stream get muted or not. We'll find out. If that happens, maybe. Try something like that. That should be good. That's changes from feedback. Very nice. Wait, what changes from feedback? From like feedback from way back, or from stuff that like happened in like what is it, Aria in Japan or something like that? So our little family. Who are the name of the people in this house? I'm thinking it's an old man and an old woman. So I'm thinking like Mortimer doesn't sound. Ooh, I actually do kind of like Mortimer a little bit. It makes me think of the Animal Crossing mayor. The original Animal Crossing mayor, the turtle guy, Mortimer. Mortimer and like Betty or something. And they're waiting for their kids, so they start like building their little town. Just expands it a little bit. They don't want to destroy this because they know that this is the way to get up into the town. So just build a little bit out. This is room for their kids to go and play. They can play their hopscotch, they can play ball. Just a wide area there. Eventually they build a little add-on. Kids are getting older, they can stay a little bit longer. Should have now changed to the insect glaive after everyone complained they took away our hops in the first open beta. Wait, they took away the hops? That's like the entire thing with insect glaive, right? You get the insect glaive, you throw the bugs on it, and then you have to like do your little hippity hops onto like the bug colors from what I remember on insect glaive. I don't know, I didn't play insect glaive. I was a sword and shield user. Sword and shield, charge blade, and switch axe were my three babies. It was a dolly. Happy Thursday, welcome on in. Thank you, Dolly. We have a, what is it called? We have a relaxing Nintendo video game music on in the background because this game doesn't have any audio. And we're just building a little house, our little town with Mortimer and, what did I say, Betty? Mortimer and Betty. Oh, spare parts. I didn't hear you come in. Get over here. Why did beach by leaving 2 empty squares between buildings? So if I do... Oh, look at that! It's not what I meant to do, but that's cute. Oh no, get rid of that. So this just makes it. Oh, I see what you're saying though. If we do ooh, the Faroe Islands. How would we? If we do that, that makes the beach a little bit bigger. I do kind of like that. I like this though because it makes a little door out here, right? And I'm thinking like this is for Mortimer and Betty, and this is like where their kids are, and they're like, we're gonna build a little back area like this. I like this tiny little door here that they can come out, and they like even though this is a private island effectively at this point, where the kids are playing out here, but like this is like where I would go, right? You come out here when it's really nice, when it's a nice sunny day out. Maybe a few clouds in the sky, just so the sun's not beating down on you, and you just come out here and you just like lean over the edge of the railing and just like look out at the boundless sea. I really like this. I kind of want to keep this as much as I can. Plus, you get a little arch here. Arches are cool. Build a 4-tile wide brick area with 2 buildings on the ends. 4-tile wide brick area with 2 buildings on the ends. So like, are you saying this and then put the buildings here and here? Oh! Okay. Ooh, we're not at that spot that we need that yet, but ooh, I like that. Ooh. Want to retire with Margaret? See, this is you. You're either Mortimer, or Mortimer is just another name for Margaret if you think about it. So you'd be Betty then. Who else lives on the island other than Mortimer and Betty? Ooh, that's what... Right now, I don't think anyone does. See, the original idea was... We originally just had this red house and this yellow house, right? The Dolly. And it was Mortimer and Betty are an old couple that lives here. Like, Mortimer was like, I wanna go out and fish. And live with the fish. And that's how I'm gonna retire and live out there. And obviously Betty, his wife is like... What Mortimer wants, I'll let him have it. He's been a good husband for me for all these years, and I do like the peace and serenity of the ocean. And this is just where they keep their fishing stuff, right? This is like a shack in my head canon right now, and they like were out here, and they're like their grandkids become visit. So Mortimer decided in his old age, or maybe he got someone to help. I don't know. I haven't thought about the lore that far, but he's like expanding it a little bit. Their kids can play. The kids can be out here. See, the messed up thing about this beautiful little scenario I have in my head is like, what happens that this turns into a town instead of Mortimer and Betty just living out their whole lives? Like, honestly, I kind of just want to stop right now, because like this is peak. They get a little house for themselves. They get a little like attached shack. They get some spots for the kids to play. They can go and do stuff. Why would I want to ruin this with more people and houses and towns and everything? So how do we make this work? And I think in my rambling, I think I found out how to do it. And it's that the entire town springs forth from that, right? So they have like their kids can live here, or their grandkids can live here, not their kids. Their kids live on the mainland, right? Yes, that's it. Yes, Mortis. You get it. As one of the grandkids decides to stay, right? And they start a family, and then that's how it works. Yes. I'm glad you get it. I'm glad you got it, Mortis. Let's see. So we got red and yellow, so obviously blue would be the next color. Let's use this blue. We'll use a little bit of a paler blue, actually. And they're they're getting old, and the grandparents, they were like young or middling grandparents. They were in like their 60s, 70s, and now like one of the grandkids are getting older, and it's like the grandparents are now in like their 80s or 90s, and it's like I gotta stay to help. I gotta stay to help the grandparents. They're still fairly fit. They're still, because they're out here on the island, they have to be fairly self-sufficient. But one of the grandkids decide to like, you know what? I'm gonna build my own little spot out here. So he builds it out here in this corner. Look at that. Look at that little beauty there. Starts out just one of these. Same thing as this. Maybe one day he's on the mainland picking up the supplies, because now Mortimer and Betty, it's really hard for them to like actually go on the boat, go to get supplies. So maybe he's out there getting supplies for them. Maybe he sees a cute little girl at the counter, talks her up. They start to get to know each other. He has to come back every 2 weeks to go get supplies, right? They start to talk a little bit more, get a little bit more familiar. Maybe one day he musters up the courage, or maybe she musters up the courage, asks us out. They go for a date a little bit, fast forward a little bit, decides to move in. They get to start a little family. Boop. Expand a little bit. What's the grandkid's name? Ooh. So sure, you guys need to help me with this, because I don't know if I'm gonna remember everything, because my memory's already pretty terrible. But we got Mortimer, we got Betty. The grandkid's name is It's also Mortimer. Mortimer the second. I feel like Mortimer. No. Most of. No, I feel like the grandkid's kid could be Mortimer the second, because the grandkid will like the grandfather a lot, right? But the grandkid himself can't be Mortimer, because that'd be just too confusing. And also, if I'm gonna be real, I don't know if the young honey that was working at the supply store would be like, your name is Mortimer? Oh, I'm in there, right? Morton? Why it doesn't have to be M names? There are more letters in the alphabet for males than M as their name. I actually really like that one. With your grandchild that stayed fell for a girl with an oceanic name. I do. Ooh, Dolly. I really like that. Oh my god. Hold on. Name one. Oh. I really like Dolly's train of thought there. Because it might be a little too on the nose, but like she worked at a sea supply store. I don't know if that's a thing. Her name. What was an ocean girl name? I'll take Billy. I'll take Billy for the guy. Because I was thinking like Steve, or yeah, just something very generic. Because Mortimer and Betty are like older names, and now it'd be like a little bit more honest with Billy. Mariana. Ooh. Alassa. I like Mariana, like the Trench. The Lassa is their dog. Sharpness? What is a Sharpness? But we have Mortimer and hold on, I'm gonna have a notepad open with this information. It's mostly just gonna be the names. How do you spell Mortimer? Mortimer. It doesn't matter. None of you guys are gonna actually see this. Mortimer and Betty. Old man, woman, couple started island. Then you get Billy and Mariana. Yeah. So Billy was the son of Mortimer and Betty. He married Mariana. They moved to Island together. Ooh. Mariana Thalassa? The Thalassa family was really proud that their daughter finally went out to sea, just like they knew she would eventually. She was always bound to the land for the longest time, but she yearned for the sea. That's why she went to the sea supply store, right, and worked there. And she always had that urge, but she was always afraid to take that first step until she met Billy. And Billy like promised her the ocean, and so he did. Charybdis is the other sea monster alongside the Scilly in the Odyssey. I haven't read the Odyssey since back in high school. What's the Scilly and the Charybdis? Are those like squids that attack the boat at some point, or did I make that up? Because the only things I remember from the Odyssey off the top of my head are honestly the majority of it is what I saw in Percy Jackson Lightning Thief when I watched that movie in theaters, also in high school, where it was like you get the Cyclops, you get the honeysuckers or whatever they were, where they were like all idyllic. And, like, they were in the land of honey or whatever. Obviously, you get the sirens. And then you get the ending where... Homer's... Not Homer? No, Homer was the author. Odysseus. Odysseus's wife is, like, getting hit on by all the dudes. And she's like, no, I'm chaste. Sorry, like Peppa in the ocean. Ooh. Sir, I don't just, here. This is a LPT from your old friend Ace Windfall. You probably shouldn't name your daughter after a Sarlacc pit. It's probably not in good taste. Ooh, that is a cool design though. The idea of just something underwater, just sucking it all up and making whirlpools out of it. That feels like you could very take that into like an easily Lovecraftian or a like that kind of horror kind of a sense, right? Where it's like the Charybdis. I don't know how it is in the Odyssey, but like depending on how you set it up, it could just be like a natural force where it's like it's not doing this malevolently, like not viciously. It's just like I'm thirsty, I need to suck up the ocean, and it just makes whirlpools, and just like that's just a thing, right? Ferdinand, Prospero, Miranda from The Tempest. Ooh. Keep these in mind. Keep these in mind. So we have Mortimer and Betty. We have their little shack here. We got Billy and Marina. Fast forward a little bit, right? How does it work from here though? Do they just have kids and that's just the cycle over and over, just slowly building up? Or do you think oh, Billy would take Mariana's last name too. Ooh, they hyphenate the last name, so it'd be the blank Thalassa family. Ooh. Like he's so enamored by the sea that whenever he found his girl that was sea bound herself, he was like, it only makes sense that we have the true ocean theme. I did think about something though just now where I was like, how do we keep expanding this? It can't just be that they have kids and they expand. They have kids and they expand. The way it works is Thalassa's family, Mariana's family, like they're always sea people as well. And so you have, you got Betty and Mortimer. I'm gonna mess up some of these names. Betty and Mortimer here. You got their grandkids here, and Mariana's like, what about my mom and dad? Or grandma and grandpa, right? And they invite them to live on the island as well. I do like the little. I don't know if we can keep that or not. It might disappear if I hit another one. I feel like we don't want to make too much. By the way, yeah, you don't want to make like too much ground, right? Because if you're being realistic about it, this is expensive to just build. So I'm thinking like we have to build like what's the best way to put this? To be tight is to be cozy. Agree? Like, you know what I mean when I say that, right? Like if you look at like a cozy place, it's cozy because you don't have like giant gaps and openness. It's that everything is very like packed in, no spaces left unused kind of a thing, right? Is this Animal Crossing, this specific track? It is. It is New Horizons too. Because I was like, I've heard this song before, 100%. For an image, she'd be another mainland who marries into the family. Ooh. Look at you guys and your references. Could be fishing crew who moved there. I would say, yeah, this is fine size. I don't want to make it bigger than this, is what I'm saying, Vortis. Yeah. This, you don't want to be too claustrophobic. Not yet, at least. I think first we need to get the Thalassa family in here, which they would also probably, they'd be like a sea green, like a seafoam green. And I'm thinking like, do you think actually? Wait a minute. Speaking of having it too close, maybe we don't build on this, right? Maybe like just a sister island real quick. Do a little I'm thinking like over here off to the side, right? Valdemari? I do not know how to pronounce Finnish. This little guy. Oh, 2? That's a little greedy, I think. How do we... Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at this. This is so goofy looking. I kind of like this, though. Look at this. They get there. This is like a shed for them, right? And this is like their main house. And then they can like go and... Can we do... Oh, is it too early for that? I don't know if it's too early for this part, right? Marina's brother could move in with her parents and his kids. He could be a single dad. What's up, Sultari? Happy Thursday, welcome in. Sultari, we're building an island nation, an island town, but we have to start very small. Our lore so far is that These yellow and red houses were the original ones. Mortimer and Betty, a really old couple, moved in. Like, this was Mortimer's dream, is to live on the ocean. Betty, his wife, came with him. This was their shed. They expanded a little bit for their grandchildren, which one of the grandchildren, Billy, finally decided to like stay on the island to help them out. He got married to someone called Mariana Thalassa. And they moved in together. Well, he was here. She moved in with him. Now her family is moving in as well. Which, ooh. So what are we thinking here? Do you think it's gonna be the mother and the dad? Do you think it's Mariana's parents, grandparents, or is it like just the brother or something like that? Can we with their parents and his kids? He could be a single dad. Just waters. I feel like with I kind of like this small house. I don't want to make it too big. I feel like this would either be just the parents or just the single dad with the kids, right? We're living the island life. We're trying to make the best life for our imaginary family unit that we're making. I feel like this is the mom and dad first, right? Prospero's Mariana's brother. He has a daughter called Miranda. Ooh. Wish I lived the island life. You could, Sultari. The years are still young. You have another 40 years. And honestly, even after the 40 years, that'd be the perfect time to, like, then go, this could be you, Sultari. You could be Mortimer when you're 70 years old. Ooh. I do like the name Prospero, too, because it makes me think of Project Wingman. So who is... I do like the idea of having a single dad with the kids. I don't know if it's too early in it or not, though. I feel like... No, because you would want young blood, right? Because if they're the only young people here... Whoops, careful there. If they're the only young people here, yeah, you want the younger ones. So we'll make this... So this is... I do like that. Prospero. Mariana's brother. And then... For a McMansion owner to move in and go mad. Just over... Oh, God. Hold on. Just over here, just have a... This is the wizard tower. I do kind of like that in this game you can just build whatever. And so... Oh my god, this actually looks really adorable. Keep this in mind that we can do something like this where we can have an extended like sequence like this. I kind of do like that. I think we are getting big enough that we might need a lighthouse building. I can see that. Like, now that we're at 2 separate islands... in a main fishing town in the 90s. Ooh. Honestly, guys, you know what this is vaguely reminding of? Specifically when you're talking about main fishing towns, Asmodean? Did you guys ever watch... This is one of my favorite shows. Which I say that a lot of the time, but I always mean it, first and foremost. But did you guys ever see the Netflix show called Midnight Mass? It is the best Stephen King adaptation that is not a Stephen King adaptation. All about this fishing fishing town isn't fully the correct word because it is an island, right? It's like one of those islands out, you know, off the coast of Maine or off the coast of New England that has like maybe 100-ish people on it, and they do have to like go back to the mainland for a lot of stuff. But they're out there and they're like doing fishing stuff, right? And the entire story centered around this fishing town, which is dying, right? they mentioned like an old like an oil spill or something that happened a few years back, and like all the younger people are like moving off the island and no one's really moving in, and so it's just an old dying fishing village out in the middle of the ocean. And the impetus for the entire series is basically that there's a priest that lives on the island, and he was away for a little bit. He's like over in like I think he went to the Holy Land. Like he went to go check out Jerusalem, check out the Holy Land, and in his absence, a new priest moves in, and he's like a new hip young priest, and he's like, you know, trying to reinvigorate the town. It's kind of working, and then things happen from there. I don't want to give too much away because I do truly want you guys to go check it out because it is a fantastic series. It's just a one and done too, which I really like. You get in, you tell your story, you get out. Hey, what's up, Gabriel? Happy Thursday, I went in. Plus, it's done by the director of... Oh my god, what did he direct? He directed Gerald's Game, which is an actual Stephen King adaptation, which has a very interesting plot. Not to be confused with Jerry's Game, by the way. Jerry's Game is the Disney Pixar one where the old man plays chess against himself. Also really good. But Gerald's Game, very different. Very different. Only Stephen King based show I watched was Haven. It got weird. I don't think I've heard of that one. It would make sense it was Maine fishing town though, because yeah, that's like Stephen King's New England in general. Maine specifically is Stephen King's like modus operandi almost. So we got, this is Prospero and Miranda over on this island over here. They move in. This is more just a shack for them, right? Ooh. I think they're still separated for a little bit. I don't think they build the connection yet. So when we expand again, I think these two are still alive. I think they're still alive for just a little bit longer. Let's see. Do you think Prospero gets remarried at some point? Or do you think it advances long enough that his daughter grows up? Let's see. Well, we have to think, how old... If they were, like, 70 when they came to the island, and let's say their grandkids were, like, 10 or something like that, they're now 80, because they're 20, and they're now getting hitched. Bring in the older brother. This is... Prospero is Mariana's older brother, so that's why he can be this. He'll be, like, in his, like, 30s, maybe 40s, but probably, like, mid-30s. With his daughter, we'll say his daughter's, like, 5. 80, 20s, 30s... 5-year-old daughter. If we advance enough that this daughter gets married, then these two are most likely dead or moved to the mainland. So we don't do that yet. I don't think we need a lighthouse yet. We don't need a the Winchester house. We don't need a Winchester lighthouse yet. Because I think we would want that when it gets just a little bit bigger. Because right now you're only having like what, 3 families? 4 families I think is the lighthouse limit. Even though I think realistically it would be like 2 families. I don't know. I don't remember that part of the movie The Lighthouse where they were like, there were 3 families living on this island. We gotta have a lighthouse. I just like this little back room here. I'm just imagining just hanging out here on this little back thing. Also really like that there's these little mailboxes here, like implying that whenever people deliver mail, there's like a little mail boat that goes and just puts the mail in there, or puts the mail in like over here. Like the kids can like walk out of here, just check out the light, take down here, maybe swim over here. That's the thing though, is like there's no connection here, right? Yellow House substance birders raising seagulls for food. The Yellow House was just like a stock room or a storeroom. Like you have all these people living on the island too at this point, right? You would need someplace to store like extra food and stuff, right? Which that would explain why the birds are there actually, because they're like we smell the food, we want the food. I do like these birds. I'm surprised that the birds don't show up on these ones. I don't know if it's only because these are the default buildings and I haven't messed with them much, or... I think we build out a little bit more here, though. Because maybe the daughter's getting a little older. Maybe she wants to, like, do more than just being on these little things, right? So we build out a little bit this way. Or... Ooh, we have a... I guess... Yeah, build that this way. This seems the better way to build that. That way we can still, like, walk down this way. Oh, I do miss having that ladder there. But I'm thinking something like that, because then that way we can start expanding to the right? You think Billy and Miranda first? They are in their 20s. Maybe it's time for them to, like, you know, add a little room to it. The question is, do they do it like that? Or even like that? Ooh, that is very cute. I do kind of like how goofy that is. I think that's a little too unfeasible for them, though. I do like this bench. If I do this, does it... Okay. Adding this and then putting it on top like that, that actually works really well for me. Because then you get the little benches here, right? While still being up here. This is like peak. Like if I was a kid and I was like living in the overhanging part of the house, it'd be amazing. Plus you get shade. That way you can like go and you can watch the sea from your little binocs there. Subpress Pro does remarry, but he marries a teacher to teach the children the families have. Oh, we need infrastructure on it. I like the way you're thinking, Dolly. Doesn't marry teacher for that reason, but she does just start teaching class in the town square. Ooh, like it's just like a coincidence, or not coincidence, but like yeah, it's just like oh, I have a teaching degree. Maybe I can teach the children while I'm here anyway. So he gets married. Let's say we add... If I do this, I wonder if... There's a little gap, but it's not big enough for me. I kind of want to do... Actually, how does that look? I don't... That's kind of an ugly house, TVH. Part of me really likes it because of that underhang is kind of neat, but from this side, it's just like a bit ugly for my taste. What does that look like? Ugh. What about... Do you think... I don't know if Prosper and his teacher wife are the type to go this ham on this house, but I really do like this house. I really like this house. We'll say they get remarried and they're gonna go for a big family. Be filled in on the corner. You think so? I kind of like this gap here, but if we do this... See, the other thing is I really like this slant roof that we get from there. What do you mean? This house looks so good. From this side. Oh, is that why it's a mullet of a house, Asmo? Because, like, it's party in the front, but, like, it's not that pretty in the back, or vice versa. Ooh, there you go. Here, what if we do that, actually? Because then you have a nice, like, there's no door here, but we'll pretend there's a door here, right? This is like an all-season room, except it's just out in the open. I think that's a good compromise. Okay, so we need a teacher, and we need the teacher to have a kid of their own. We'll say for simplicity's sake, Prospero is the brother. He has the daughter Miranda. So we'll do vice versa, right? So we need a teacher's name, which we have. Who do we have earlier? We already used Prospero Miranda. Ferdinand could be the son's name. Ferdinand. Teacher's son. What's a teacher's name? I'm making a family tree. Look, this is gonna be on the test. You guys need to all know the history and the lore of this town. Lucille or Lucille. So how did Prospero and Lucille meet? Part of me wants to go. Ooh, I'm gonna steal stuff. We're gonna go. It's not gonna be that dark, but I kind of want. I'm gonna steal this from Midnight Mass a little bit. In my head. Yeah, at this point we can connect these two. In my head, like, so like you have Mortimer and Betty. They're just your classic old people. You got their grandson, classic grandson. Mariana, just from the land. Prospero, you know, he's on his own, right? I'm gonna say this might be a little dark, and I'm stealing this from Midnight Mass. I think Prospero was in AA. I think that's where he met Lucille. Like one of the reasons Prospero went out here was because he didn't want to be like, you know, he didn't want to be attached to the world anymore. He wanted to like just be out, away from it, away from things for a little bit. I don't know why Prospero was not with his wife. I don't know if his wife had died. Maybe that's why he got to drinking, or maybe if she had left him because of the drinking. If so, I don't know if she would have let him keep the daughter Miranda. But I like to think that, you know, he's reformed. He's been out here for a little bit. You know, he's getting you know, trading the alcohol for the nice sea air while he's on land and like doing his AA stuff. He meets, you know, the nice teacher. Maybe she's the one leading, or maybe she's there with it, or maybe just inconsequentially, right? They start talking up. It's like, hey, I got an island for you. Come back, beautiful family, get together, get their connection here. So now, it's getting big. Lucille is teaching we'll say they have a kid now, maybe two even. Obviously the two kids here. For this one, it's Billy is the name of Mortimer and Betty's grandson. We need at least one, if not two names for whatever Billy and Mariana have. Over in this one, it's Prospero and Lucille are the parents now. Miranda is Prospero's daughter from his first marriage. Lucille has Ferdinand, which I took from the other one. Billiana! Just slam their names together. Is Billiana a boy or a girl name? We got Billiana, and we have I like it. Billiana's gender fluid, and we also have Mortimer the Second, because we did mention that earlier. Is that, you know, Grandpa's getting a little sick at this point, getting a little old, and Billy, like in honor of his grandpa for letting him in on this island, for all the memories he's made, is like, I will name you after my grandfather, Mortimer. So we got Billiana, we got Mortimer the Second over here. I have to like set this notepad up in a way that these are like broken into family units now. There we go. So we got 2 kids here. We have a total of 4 kids on this island. So this little shack here. How do we keep expanding? Because it can't just be that these grow up and also get married. I feel like there needs to be another surprise expansion in some way, shape, or form. Maybe, because Billy's not like an only child, right? Like, and also these are Billy's grandparents, not his parents. So either Billy's parents or Billy's like brother or sister also comes to the island, because Mortimer and Betty are getting old. The other grandparents, the other grandkids, or the other like kids come here, you know, pay their respects in their last moments, and maybe 2 of them decides like, you know, you guys got a nice little place here. Maybe we should stick around. Maybe we should stay. Let's see. Where would we expand to if that was the case? I kind of want to leave this open and as is. I want to do... Ooh. If I do this, and then this, no, that doesn't... I'm trying to think how we can make it good, because I think at this point we want to expand this little beach, or this... That beach doesn't exist anymore, or this little beach, into being the one that we were talking about earlier, where you have like the 4, right? Millie! I do this, will that... Oh no, I know what it has to be, like an indent, right? And if we do this... I feel like we can fill... How do you do this? It's just making Venice with extra steps at this point. Maybe we expand out to the right here? How do we expand into this area though? No. There's no one actually in this yellow house, right? So what if we build out through this this way? Not all the way there, but just something like that. You know, build it how we're gonna have a new family move in. And this is the point where we're also probably gonna have to build a lighthouse, right? We wanna do... What's it gonna be like? There it is, okay. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay. So we're building a new house here. This is gonna be... Lily's parents moved to the island with his twin sister, Millie. Lily's parents, I'm thinking, are orange. They get a very simple... Yeah, give him that. Give him that. I like it. And then... They get a little exit like that. So it's Billy's parents are moving in. Which would be... So we got Mortimer, Betty, Billy, and Mariana. Let's see... It's Fire Emblem music. Correct! Fire Emblem 3 Houses. The Color of Sunrise. I do like that dolly, actually. Yeah, Millie might be a little bit younger than Billy. Millie doesn't have anyone right now. Maybe she doesn't want anyone. She's content living with her parents and man in the lighthouse when she can. So we got Millie. Millie's sister. And we have, what are good parent names? Now the parents are not ocean based at all, right? Because the parents originally were from, even though it was, look at that. The parents are Mortimer and Betty's actual like kids. So they lived on land for as long as they could. Willie and Jilly? This is insane. Enjoy, Almina. Have fun hunting and good luck with your hopefully already improved insect wave. So we got William and Jill. Mortimer and Betty's, well, hold on. Only one of them is Mortimer, and Betty's child. Because they can't both be Mortimer and Betty's child. If they are, that raises other questions about what's happening on this island. Or what happened off this island. We'll say... Where's my coin? Oh, I had it. If it's heads, William is the child. If it's Jill... If it's tails, Jill's the child. William is a child. Okay. So... Just off the coast of Alabama. Well, William and Gilliam went to Alabama. They got married. They came back. No, only William is... So William is... Mortimer's son. Valdemaris. I don't know. That's probably a really banger reference, Asmo, but I don't know what that means. Let's see. I imagine the smaller ships are coming from this side, right? Which is where these are. So the bigger ships, the one you'd have to kind of watch out for more, would be coming from over like here. So this is where we're gonna build our lighthouse. They obviously don't want the lights in their eyes. They don't want to hear, so I think the lighthouse is going to be something like over here. Obviously pick a nice, solid gray-esque color. I think 5 tall is a decent number, right? Maybe a little under. Oh, yes, I can. Like, how would you do a lighthouse? Would you just assume like 5 tall, or would you just do something like this? Just as a simple, just like I feel like doing something like this is like easy, right? Like you just need something that's high up that can have light on it. Mary is the surname of Mortimer and Betty. So yeah, William and Jill would also have Valtameri as their name. And then yeah, so it's Billy and Mariana Valtameri Thalassa because they have the combined name, right? Oh, that's a much smarter idea, Vortis. Like a barbershop pole. Oh, whoa! It knew, wait! Vortis, holy shoot. Does that only work because it is alternating? That's amazing, nice! That's exactly what we need, that's great. Okay, so that's where Millie, Billy's sister, Millie Valtameri, she goes here every so often. Let's remove. How do you get onto this island? From the front? How do you? can we make this work? Every time a new child is born to the Islanders, they add a new room to the lighthouse. I guess. Oh, it moved. It's better. How do I make it so it? Do you like that? I also like that it has a. Oh, I guess they all have lights. I didn't notice that until now. That's better than being out in front. So I think I'll take that as much of a win as I can get it. I just love that it actually has like this lighthouse pattern up here. That's great. Beautiful, idyllic town. Look at Aeon, it's great. It's idyllic, it's cozy. We got old people, we got young people, we got recovering alcoholics, and we have our lighthouse that, when you alternate colors, it actually turns into a lighthouse. It's great. So the story so far, and what we're trying to figure out is how we keep expanding this, is that we have this old couple, Mortimer and Betty. Mortimer and Valdemary. It was Mortimer's dream to be an old man fishing out in the sea as much as he could. So he started this island out here. This was his little shack that he had all this food and stuff in. Eventually expanded his house a little bit for his grandchildren to live in. One of the grandchildren decided to stay on the island. His name was Billy Valdemary. The grandchild would like help him out with food and everything like that. On one of his runs to go get food, he met a nice girl called Mariana. And over the course of like months, just seeing her whenever he had to come in and get like supplies, they started to like, talk a little bit more and exchange a little bit more and start the day, and then eventually tie the knot. She moved back with him. They share their surname, so it's Billy Mariana. Valdemary Thalassa is their combined surname. Eventually, Mariana's brother, who was a recovering alcoholic and a single dad, Prospero, moved in with his daughter, Miranda. Eventually, during one of his AA meetings on the mainland, he started seeing a girl, Lucille, who was also a teacher, and she was also divorced. She had a son, Ferdinand, and the two of them really got along, brought them both back. So you have Prospero and Lucille over here with Miranda and Ferdinand. Obviously, at this point, Mortimer and Betty are getting a little bit older. So their kids, not their grandkids, their actual kids, specifically William is their kid, with his wife, Jill, and their daughter, Millie, which is, of course, the sister to Billy over here. They move back to the island. Millie is a bit of a loner. She is taking up the duty of taking care of this lighthouse that they have built for this occasion. And now we're trying to figure out how we keep expanding from here. No children are sick, no wives or husbandos are dying. Well, I mean, one waifu and husbando are about to die, but that's through the grace and prosperity of old age rather than in horrific badness, right? Prospero's actually her brother-in-law. His last name is Wright? That is true. I don't actually have a last name for Prospero. Her brother-in-law. That's so specific. I kind of like that, though. So that's them. They're Prospero and Miranda Wright. Obviously, Lucille and Ferdinand have different last names, at least for the time being. Oh, is that why? Did you do that for Miranda Wright? Huh. I'm taking it still. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. And also, yeah, Billy and Mariana have Billiana and Mortimer II, which are the child and son of Billy and Mariana. Billy and Mary Thalassa loves their aunt and play in the lighthouse. Ooh. I do like that a lot. Like, it would make sense. Like, if I was a kid on this island, and they were like, yeah, we got to build a lighthouse, Ace, I'd be like, oh, cool, can I go there? And so anyone that was associated with the lighthouse, I would absolutely adore. I fully get that. I fully agree with this. So right now you have 4 kids on the island. You have an elderly man and woman who are in their twilight years. You have at this point they're probably in like they're getting up there as well. They're like in their 60s at this point probably. Their daughter is, we'll say, late 20s. Billy and Mariana are probably in their mid-30s at this point. Prospero and Lucille, probably late 30s, maybe early 40s. Got a bunch of kids running around. You've effectively 4 families here. I feel like when would a store appear? I feel like you wouldn't get a store or something like that until you get like 10 families, right? Got a nice little town square-esque area here. I must feel bad filling too much in. Part of me just wants to make like someone moves in like here and it's like a spite family. Just like there's an entire ocean and they just decide to move right there. People are refeeding. Well, 4, 8, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 at this point. We might need to expand. We might need to expand this actually. Probably not that way, but oh, we don't want to remove that. Actually, we could remove that at this point, honestly. A little goofy. I don't want to move it that way either. That doesn't look right. If we do this, it gets rid of my beautiful extended thing here. Maybe we do that? Ooh. Not fully against it. I do kind of like expanding, and then with like this is now connected actually as well, so then it just helps for like the older couple, like they can just go in here and get it instead of having to like brace in case it's like raining or storming. There we go, that kind of works. So we got Auntie Millie. The kids here, we got kids here. None of them are growing up that quickly. We want to time skip? Or do we want to stay at this bit for a while? What's up, Teal? Happy Thursday, everyone, and Teal. Teal, we're building a family right now. We're building a town. Thank you, Teal. I really like, by the way, I'm drinking black tea right now. Decaf black tea, because it's really late at night. But I've been really getting into it lately. It's just a very nice, I don't want to say nostalgic, but it's just a really nice simple flavor that I'm really like appreciating more. Because it's just simple. I kind of like it. There's enough people to do this, a merchant could move in. How many people do you think you need to have like a merchant, right? Let's go, Teal. Cheers. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you guys. It's super delicious. The smell is really nostalgic for me, I think, because I've said it before, but like my family was really big, effectively like iced tea drinkers, and only fairly recently did I realize, like, oh, iced tea is just black tea with just a bunch of sugar and a bunch of ice in it. We could get, like, a merchant moving in. Like, it's not, they don't move in fully, right? But, like, maybe they get, like, a little, a stand. Like, instead of having them run all the way to the mainland to pick stuff up to bring in here, maybe at this point, a merchant's offering, like, hey, you know, I'll come out to you guys, because I have my own ship. It's big enough. Just give me, like, a little spot there. You don't need to be on the island itself, but just, like, a little spot near your island. I can, like, you know, set something up. So he gets, like, a little part-time spot, right? We'll build it over... I'm liking this area a lot, so maybe he's taking, like, this star area. Or do we want to leave the star area for something else? Ooh. I do like this star area, though. Just cause it looks weird. But he wouldn't do that, obviously. Antonio? You're gonna make an Antonio Banderas joke, or why Antonio? Let's see, merchants, I'm feeling your simple brown, right? That actually looks really well as a, like, a merchant-esque area. And, like, post office, right? Aha! Reference. Antonio is a merchant that comes by, does a lot of, like, they can send mail here, and he's the one that, like, takes it out. Just helping them out a little bit. It's over here on this far bit of the island. Ooh, okay. So now it's growing a little bit. Maybe more people are knowing about this area. Maybe it's getting, like, big enough that other people are asking to move in, and, like, they don't want to disrupt this bit here, but maybe, like, oh, see, because I feel bad about expanding anything. That's, like, the entire purpose of this, right? Is, thank you, where it is. Like it part of me is like, yeah, expand it, it's gonna be great, everyone's gonna love it, but at the same time I'm thinking, like poor old Mortimer and Betty, they just wanted their little thing for themselves, and now it's turning into a town. It's like, I'm ruining it. I'm ruining everything for them. Spare parts, what do you think? Sacrifice the idyllic peace that you could have in order to build a town. It's rough, isn't it? It's rough. It's a decision. But like the factory in Factorio, the town must grow. Oh, that is... I do like that. Because it's not about them living out their life quietly. It's about making something that they're proud of and like a legacy to have, right? For them, at least. So maybe, yeah. So maybe it expands here. Don't do that yet. I want to do another, like, island over here. I'm trying to think how you would... Like, this is peak. I don't... Every time I build something, it's like, this is it. I don't want to build more, because it would just ruin the tranquility, the sincerity of everything. I mean, what, you got 4 family units, you got a little town general store, you got a beautiful little lighthouse. It's... What else do you need? Can you mess with anything else? Yeah. Look at it. At dusk. This old little town. Getting dark. The children are out playing a little bit right now. Nothing too crazy. School is over. This was converted into a schoolhouse, right? Like, sometimes they go out here and do lessons, but, like, if it gets rainy or if it gets cold, they come into, like, this little, what was originally a shed, it get converted into a schoolhouse now. Maybe as such, we recolor it. A little, ooh. Part of me thinks that all the... I don't know, I do kind of like it just being that, honestly. Oh no, I messed up the... Hold on. Send it back to what it was originally, though, because... Oh no, how do you undo your undo? Or how do you redo? Yeah, there we go. Wait. Was the door never facing to the right? Was it always like that? Oh. Sun begins to rise. Just so nice and peaceful. I'm just imagining, like... Just imagining Millie during her normal day. She just goes up here. She's just sitting up here. Maybe she has a sketchbook and she just sketches, like boats that pass by or, like, the birds that, like, end up on the railing here. You know, you got Billion and Mortimer the second. Every so often they get to go and hang out. They're running up, like, the stairs of it. They're leaning over the edge. Meanwhile, on normal days, like, you have Lucille over here teaching either in the courtyard or in this little building. Betty and Mortimer living out their life, coming out here every so often, just taking in the peaceful tranquility, the happiness that they have, that their entire family is surrounding them and enjoying it, and just being super proud of what they've done. Out on this little back porch, you got Prospero and Lucille, happy to have met each other. Prospero just so happy that he's been able to kick his alcoholism and find a new self out here. An independent, true self that he can be proud of. And also William and Jill are here. I don't really have anything for them. I got something for them, actually. They've moved out here and they're now seeing, like, the life that William's parents had, Mortimer and Betty. They're now seeing, like, oh, this is why you want to move out here. I'm understanding your way of life, especially now that we're also getting older. Now that we're at the age that you were when you came out here, we're fully appreciating what you've done and what you've kind of built up here, right? Some fat goals. Well, they've been eating all the stock. This is the storehouse, right? They've been here the entire time. They've just been eating all the store food. Plus, you know damn well that Betty and Mortimer are always out here just always throwing bread at them. Even though everyone else is like, you shouldn't do that. The goals are going to be a problem. They're going to get fat and they're just going to sit there. And they are. But they're just so happy that they're there. And Antonio the merchant comes by every 2 weeks now. He's taken over from Billy having to do that himself. He comes over, he gives them some stuff, takes their mail away. Every so often, maybe he'll come every week, depending on what they need. But you know, Mortimer and Betty didn't just have one child. They didn't just have William. What if they had a daughter as well? Do we want to go that way? Or do we want to add someone else completely random now? I'm trying to think. Because there are a few ways you can go about it. Like, I'm imagining in some scenario, maybe, like, there's a ship passing by, and they see, like, the idyllicness of this, and they want to settle down here. That could be one. I kind of like that one. Like, a ship's just passing by, and he sees the lighthouse, he sees what's here, and he's like, that looks nice. I want that. And he asks, and even though it's a little bit weird, they allow him, like, he's like, I don't want to impose. I'll build a little bit further out, but I living like this would be my dream. I've always wanted it since I was a lad. That's why I became a sailor. That's why I've ridden the seas for so long. But you know, I need a place to come back to. I need a home for myself, and I've never really had a home. But seeing this here, this makes me think of a place that I'd like to call home. So he builds out over here. I like this because he likes the lighthouse a little bit. So he's gonna build out over this way. Ooh. Thinking something like this. Where he's got this bit here, because obviously he's a sailor, he's got his own boat, right? So that's like his way in and out as well. He's got a little goofball thing. Is it a Tiny Glade? I think it's a very similar feel, right? Is Tiny Glade, hold on. There was one that, someone had linked to me fairly soon after. Yes, that's the one. That's exactly the one. This is very similar to Tiny Glade. Wait, you can pet sheep in that? Oh, you can? Wow. Yeah, Tiny Glade looks a lot like this, except with a lot more, obviously a little bit more medieval, bit into it and a little bit more, like, customization. Ooh. Yeah, I remember, because I remember someone had linked it. I think it was Gabriel, actually, had, like, linked it after I played either Dwarf Romantic or something similar to it. Something very in that, like, just cozy, kind of, like, building genre. So who's the name of our sailor that moves in here? We have Antonio Merchant. Odysseus is too obvious as, like, the name of a sailor. I'm just thinking, like, Ahab or Ishmael, but those are also two grandiose names, right? Those are the right graphics card player. Wait, what? I was gonna say, wow, how old is your laptop? I actually wonder how. I guess because the game itself is newer, so maybe you do need, like, a little bit on the higher end, right? For 720p graphics card with a Vulkan 1.2 support. I don't know what that means. Rated R9 270, GeForce 670. GeForce GTX 670 doesn't seem like it'd be that bad, right? But when it came out day of and I couldn't play it. What? I'm sorry to hear that, Teal. Teal, you gotta upgrade your stuff. I stream it just fine, just doesn't like some games. You think it's your graphics card isn't that good, or do you think it's the Oh, I'm trying to think. Because for a second I was thinking, like, back with my old computer, like my old computer, there was a thing. It's very different. The situation not similar at all, but, like, there were a few games that just wouldn't launch on my computer. But that, I think, was more of a Steam issue, and or maybe there was, like, a hardware incompatibility issue. But I assume for yours is just, like, it's just actually just slow and, like, very laggy, as opposed to just straight up not working. But I'll never forget that. I always had that because it was Left 4 Dead 2, Dear Esther, and oh god, it was an alien game. Like, it was just a handful of games that just wouldn't work. It was like Alien Swarm or something. Like, the worst part was, like, those games used to work, but then, like, some update happened. Like, and then none of the games worked anymore for me. Like, I would click play and they would, like, launch for, like, wouldn't even launch. It would be like playing. Like, what does it say right now if I look at Steam? It would say, like, running, and, like, the thing that would switch from play to stop for, like, a second, then would just crash. It stunk. Starbuck is a slightly more obscure Moby Dick reference. Starbuck feels like a last name. What would be a first name? John Starbuck. Buck Starbuck. Buck Starbuck. Sailor who moved in after a lifelong dream. I like that. I like Buck Starbuck. Your card is incompatible. Wait, real? It's kind of nice that I just straight up told you in a way, but oh, that's rough, Teal. That's the worst thing too. If you have a laptop, right? Like, you just can't upgrade it. You're just kind of like stuck with that until you get a new laptop, right? One day you'll be able to play a Teal. You bought it. So unless you refund it, that thing will stick with you for a while. It might take you a bit, but eventually you'll be able to play it. Just like anyone else who buys, like, games on, like, a sale during Steam and they don't play it for, like, years. Inadvertently, that's just become you. Yeah, Buck Starbuck. Exactly, see? But life is long, and there is always time for games. So maybe you won't play it today, maybe you won't play it tomorrow, but eventually. Eventually. Like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, this is one of, like, 5 games I bought during the summer sale last year. And this is, like, the 4th of the 5 I played. So even though I bought this in, like, June of last year, I didn't play it until now, but I did play it eventually. The only one left? Armored Core 6. I bought, like, 4 cozy games and Armored Core 6. And that's the only one remaining now. I just love this. Buck doesn't want to intrude too much. He's not going to build his house that much bigger. I think it's actually time for Billy and Mariana to grow their house a little bit bigger, though. Armored Core is a cozy game. It's definitely a game that will stick with you, I imagine. And there are probably people that will call it cozy. I think because, yeah, at this point, Billy and Mariana's children, Billiana and Mortimer II, are growing up even more, so they're going to expand their house even bigger. Maybe just to there for now. Maybe build this out a little bit too. Because I still really like this area back here. I don't want to mess with that too much. These two are fine as is. I think at this point, maybe now you're getting, like, people coming in for fishing industry. Like, I'm just imagining at some point it just explodes, right? I'm just afraid of ruining what we have. It's so nice. Like, part of me just wants to, like, load up a new one and just build the most insane, expansive city known to man. But I decided to stick with, like, the small cozy one. It's like, I don't want to ruin that. Like, have someone come in, have, like, Antonio get too big for his britches. And he comes in and he's like, hey, kids, I got the deed to your land. I'm buying you out. You guys can stay here, but we're going to be building a lot of houses, and you might not like it. So as a heads up. And he just builds a huge metropolis, megalopolis. I think we expand our little story. Maybe Antonio moves in. So now he's doing stuff there. I do like that. Antonio moves in. Just so peaceful. Also, I'm just a big fan of like the pastel-esque colors. A parking lot. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't want to build this too big because it has that feel like just building a parking lot, right? Like, just imagine just building like. Until it's just like, I built you guys a parking lot. Here you go. You can park all your cars here. It's like, thanks, Antonio. Build you a parking garage, too. Oh, if you build it big enough, then yeah, that's how. I saw on the like, the store page, there was, like, multi-layered things, and I was kind of messing with that over there. I see if you build it to, yeah, like, at a certain point, it just becomes, interesting. Ooh. Looks like a prison. Hey, I made you guys Alcatraz with a parking lot. You got two Alcatrazes facing each other. Cut down on this. Get this out of my cozy little villa. What else? I think we do just need to expand. I think. I don't know who this is. Who has moved in? And why? I don't think we put that there. I like the star-shaped one just being a star-shaped thing. I like that whatever cozy, air quotes, cozy music this is. This feels like something that would be in, like, Ib. Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Ah, I was gonna say, there's something, like, mysterious and, like, ominous about this music. Yeah, Buck Starbuck was the last to move in. Actually, Asmo, after Buck Starbuck, Antonio decided to move into the island himself, so he's here as well. But, like, who is this one? Someone that's not attached to the family. Scared oil off the backside of the Wright's house. There's oil over here. We gotta build the oil shack. By the way, this is peak Midwest American architecture right here. Just four flat walls with like a few windows on each thing. Nothing interesting about it. This is peak Midwest architecture. Get that out of there. I think there do need to be, like, fishers moving in, though, right? One of Prosper's old friends who's also trying to get clean. Ooh. I do kind of like that, actually. That feels like it'd be on Prospero's side of the island though, not on this side of the island. I'm gonna leave this one up. This is a mystery. This is a shocking twist, right? As evidenced by the music. The music might be adding this, but they just all wake up one day and there's just a mystery house here, and actually here I like. Hold on, I actually really like that idea. Build it a little bit further out, but yes. What was it? 1, 2, 3. When do they wake up and there's just a house over there? No one knows anything about it. That's the mystery house. That's the witch's house. Build it. Yeah, there we go. Build it a little bit taller too to make it a little bit more like what's that over there? They don't know. Or actually, hold on. Make it even further out. Yeah. Oh, that's a fat fucking house over there, though. Ooh, that is a fat house. Hold on. I think how I make this not fat. That's better. That's Mitch's house. The mystery house moved in over here. Mystery Mitch. I'm just gonna put mystery house. Question mark? One of Prospero's old friends. I'm trying to think of what like a Prospero-esque name. I'm just thinking of Presidia though, which is like a Project Wingman thing. Prospero's good friend. I like Gerald. Recovering alcoholic. Gerald decides to move in. He gets the little thing over here. Does not get pink. He gets, he can have, like, he can have proper green. He decides to build a little, just a weird long boy kind of house. I should probably have an underground thing there. No, I just kind of like it like that, yeah. Just weird, a little bit longer than you would expect. This mystery house out here. I think at this point, I think we have to time skip. I think we time skip 10, maybe 20 years. Caliban? What's the joke you're going for here? I got Gerald Caliban, because Gerald was the name that I picked for it, and Caliban is like a decent last name. Stefano, since he's a drunkard? I'll change it to Stefano Caliban. So cut forward 10, 15, 20 years. I think Mortimer and Betty are no longer with us. You have, William and Jill are still here. Millie is still manning the lighthouse. Billy and Mariana are still here, happily married. I think... it sounds stupid. I think Mortimer II has now grown up into a young lad, and I think he is now living in Mortimer I's house. Because it's either him or Billiana, I think, moves into this house. And it just feels right that Mortimer II would go into Mortimer's old house. I think Billiana is where we can get possibly a new family coming in. You got Prosper over here. Prosper and Lucille, very happy together. You have Miranda and Ferdinand can do things. This is still the schoolhouse. I think we will expand on this in a second, but before that, we need to expand on what the 4 kids end up doing. I think Mortimer is just here on his own right now. I think Billiana has left the island for the time being. No, Billiana wouldn't have left the island. I think Billiana would stay on the island. Possibly bring someone back with them. I think either Ferdinand or Miranda would leave the island. I'm gonna say Ferdinand leaves the island for now. Miranda's still on the island. I'm gonna say Miranda gets her own house now. I'm gonna say it's gonna be over here. She just gets a little one next to her parents' house. Just a cute little thing there. Mortimer's here. Tony's house will stay the same for right now. Stefano's just gonna be out there. Buck, Starbuck. Maybe Buck Starbuck at this point. Expands it a little bit. Nothing too probably not there. Probably more like that, just because this is out on the ocean, right? So be a little bit careful there. Yeah, do something like that. I do like that. It's a goofy little tile that we end up getting there, but I like that a lot. There you go. So he's expanded a little bit. I think at some point Billiana goes to the mainland, finds someone, gets married, and I think they're moving in over here. They're grabbing the, I think this color. Yeah, I do like that. Beautiful. Probably not that big yet. And then the far reaches. But no one knows what's going on with that tower over there. Town is growing. People are happy. Maybe some more people move in. Over here as well. Just another little set of houses like that. Little like twin houses. Connect them up. It looks a little ugly, actually. There's still little twin set of houses, though. I do like that, though. Maybe that? Yeah, that's a little bit better. Because that way you also get a nice little landing thing over here. So this was Stefano Caban. This can be another, either a friend of his. Maybe extra family moved in. So you're like cheaper living. This is your post office slash market area. The question is, yeah, I think eventually they would expand these out so you could actually walk there. Ooh, would you do it like that or? I think like that. Yeah, I think like that. All the way? Not all the way, probably not. I wouldn't have you go through the house. That would be a little bit awkward. So yeah, something like that, I think. Without connecting this. I think do that, because then you get a little bench here, which is really nice. Yeah, that is kind of nice. So you can embark on this beach here. Walk up. Go to the little outlet here. Ooh, not what I meant to do. There we go. What if you do... It's kind of like becoming a gateway if you do that. Like the... Ooh, wait a minute. Wait, there was a... Ooh! That's a cute little detail! You get the little clothesline between it, or you do something like this. I kind of like the clothesline between it, actually. That's a super cute detail. Let's expand out a little bit. Both these are having families now. I think it's time for Mortimer II. It's going to expand his grandparents' home a little bit. He's going to build out here so you can have a little area here. He wants to keep this here. Ooh. Oh, I really like that, actually. It makes this into like a walk area up here. Woo! It says relaxing video game music. This is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Irate 8, parentheses, tension? Yeah, wait, I don't know why this isn't relaxing. It literally says tension in the name of the track. That's a decision. Wait, the rest of this place just says loop. Oh, it loops the first like 20 or so tracks. I see. Okay. Because this is just the Hey Pikmin soundtrack again. Nice. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I like the house being built up this way a little bit. I don't know why all the birds are just here. As far as the birds aren't like I guess some of them have expanded. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I wonder if I like do something if the birds will like scatter and go to other places. Don't leave, Wayne. No, no, no. They'll come back and they'll land on other houses, right? Birds? Birds? You can come back. Birds? I think they're just waiting. I think they're just trying to. They're just trying to find a new place to land. Don't leave. Some of them do. They do. They do. They're just circling and just waiting until they. In that case, find new home, jerks. I went with bated breath where they decide to land. Don't all go to the same house now. Oh, you jerks. Also here, I actually know what I want to listen to instead. I want to swap this to. This shouldn't get me muted. What is it? There it is. Had to use my brain for a second there. I absolutely love. Hold on. No. There it is. Absolutely love this album. Alice in Paris. Because I like the vibe feels very Ghibli-esque, Ghibli adjacent, right? I think in a way that's what I'm trying to build. And honestly, I think I kind of want to build taller now at this point. Like I might just abandon all rationale and just paint with my brush for a second. Oh, you're crazy. Ain't no fishing licenses been delivered in this city in the last 45 years. It's true, my grandfather. He had the last fishing license in the entire city. Oh my god, look at that. Tony might have been onto something here, actually. Look how cool that looks. The city will just expand for a little bit. Times change. The city grows. It's a pure city sandbox, Wisteria. It would be neat if this had like a thing like Dorfromantic, but this is 100% city sandbox. So I came into the game originally with the idea of having this entire like building a family and then expressing it. But honestly, I just kind of want to let my paintbrush run wild for a little bit, and we'll catch up with the family later. Because originally, it was that we had Betty and Mortimer, the old couple living here with their little shack, and then they had their grandkids move in here, or they had a grandchild come here. He went to the mainland, he found Mariana, brought her back with him. They got married, they had some kids. Mariana's brother-in-law, Prospero, with his daughter moved in. He eventually got married, so his new wife and her son moved in. Some other people moved in. This was a merchant. This was a dude that was just on the sea. But like, I just want to build houses right now. Society has fallen in a beautiful, beautiful way. At least I hope. No, not that. Ooh, that does look nice. See, the thing is, since I'm making them different colors a lot, I wonder how many things I'm missing out on. Like, I feel like this only happens if they're the same color, right? Like, if you start making them, like, more homogeneous colors, like you're building city blocks or something like that. Yeah, you feel like the music has picked up, it got a little more jazzy. Because now we're in a true city. Close and isolated island community became an idyllic fishing village and not a cult. It could be both. It's like the movie Hot Fuzz. They have that idyllic city, whose name I'm blanking on right now, even though I watched a video on it semi-recently. But there's also a cult underground. And it's all ran by Millie. No, Millie wouldn't run the cult. Millie would be in this, like, okay. We're taking the cozy out of the game. We're switching now to a setting for like a TRPG, right? You got your fishing village, and then you have your Lovecraftian or Bloodborne-esque cult of the deep sea, right? And you'd have Millie. Millie would be your protagonist, right? and she'd be the one uncovering the mystery of the cult while also trying to like keep her duties, because she's part of this community. She's been part of the community for a while, but she's an isolated spirit, right? She is not really like in tune with everyone else, but she's in a position of somewhat importance. So she doesn't realize that this is happening under her, right under her nose. But she's coming to realize it over the course of the events of this game that I've made up in my head. So much so that yeah, we've now connected it to the mainland now. She no longer isolated. This is what starts the events of the game, where she was fairly isolated, but now she's part of it. She's part of the bustling community. I don't know if I do want to do that actually yet. Bring this back down. Yeah, just bring it to 5 still. I still like 5. Because it makes it taller than anything in the building outside of that, but... What about Dolly? I did a massive time skip because I just wanted to let my brush run wild for a little bit, right? So I think the last things that we had were... yeah, after Mortimer and Betty passed on, I did a bit of a time skip here. So let me think. We had Mortimer and Betty. We had William and Jill. No. William and Jill were over in the Orange House. With Millie, who worked at the lighthouse. We had Billy and Mariana here with their kids, Billiana and Mortimer II. Mortimer II, after Mortimer the grandfather and Betty passed on. Mortimer II moved into this house. Bibiana had left, came back, and now they live in this house next to their original house. Let's see, what else are we... Because I added a lot, so we're gonna have to fill in a lot of blanks here. But, Prospero and Lucille were here, right? Miranda, Prospero's daughter, built a house next door, and she's lived here. This was the schoolhouse, but the schoolhouse is new. This is now the new schoolhouse here. That's what I'm making that. Ferdinand, Lucille's son, has left. I don't think he's coming back. Because I feel like he needs to go and spread his wings a little bit. Antonio the merchant moved on the island. He's expanded a little bit there. There was Buck Starbuck, who was a sailor, the first non-familiar resident to move on and stick with the land for a while, because he saw the land while out sailing, right? He saw the lighthouse and he was like, this looks so idyllic and peaceful, I want to move here. So he built this house a while ago, which has since expanded. There's a mystery house over here. We don't have to worry about that one. That's a full mystery. There's Stefano Calbon, who moved in over here, who's a friend of Prospero's. So he moved in here. And then yeah, we have this is someone else, presumably in a similar situation as Stefano, where moved in. They're doing a little cute little thing with their clothes. I really like that. This is, I don't know, this is just the white and the greenhouse here are things that I feel like they'd just be other people that moved in. Same with this greenhouse here. Like, it's just been expanding. Also, I really like this part that somehow happened. Oh, and there's also this house here. I don't know who's here either. Ace Waterfall Secret Lore. In the game within a game is Ace Waterfall. So there's also the game that Millie's going on, where she's the protagonist of the Cult of the Deep Secret. Is Ace Waterfall an ally of Millie's, or is Ace Waterfall you think he's the leader of the cult? Ace Waterfall the doctor? Ooh. I do like your thought process of a doctor showing it. That might be what the White House is. This would be a doctor's house. That makes sense. Ace Waterfall's a doctor. You know, you got your handsome young doctor that moves in. Nothing wrong on the surface. Everyone's favorite. I like it. Soundtrack is really lovely, isn't it? It's not game soundtrack, Gabriel. The game has no soundtrack. I'm currently listening to... The last 17 minutes or so have been the full album Alice in Paris by Seikara, which hopefully will not get me muted. I don't know if that's true or not, though, because I feel like... I think I played this during Factorio, when we went to Paris in Factorio, right? Which was Vulcanus. And I think I played this. I think I might get muted, so if so... My bad, VOD viewers. You can't hear me right now, though. Whoops. And before that, I was listening to, like, Nintendo tracks, which also might get muted. Might be. Right after I was saying, like, I really don't want to play music on stream. The game made me play music on stream, and I just really want to play my cozy music. So, whoops. Can you send notice? Yes! I think I've done it before. But, by all means, I absolutely love this album. This one about Dr. and Cult, and it can't be both, yeah. Because I was definitely thinking like either cult leader or high member in it. Because like I'm imagining like, you know, your handsome young doctor, that like, you know, everyone's favorite, nothing wrong with it. But then yeah, like that's like the secret turn is like Millie in her lighthouse is like she thinks that Ace Waterfall is like one of her only allies on this thing, really confiding in him. But then at the turn, like I'm imagining like a scene in the movie, right, where it's like Millie with Waterfall right behind her, and they're like in like the secret water caves or water tunnels that are under here, and they come across like some like creatures from the deep and from the dark, and they start shambling towards them, and then she turns to run, but his hands go on her shoulders, and it's like the reverential, just like oh god, how would you put it, the reverential, like, look at the creatures of the earth, look at my beautiful children, awaken, arisen. And that's when she realized, like, oh shit, this man's crazy. Have a good night, Gabriel. Yeah, I absolutely love this OST. I hope you enjoy it as well. Handsome young doctor? Hey, I mean, considering you have like 80 and 90-year-olds that were living here, 31 is pretty young in comparison. The eldritch monster they worship is their version of the basement monster. Effectively, yeah, I like that. Hello, I'm the Doctor Who? What? Like, as a... is that like a Doctor Who reference specifically, or is that a different thing? Ace Waterfall is Doctor Who. Man's crazy. Don't have it. Talking about me. Is that some kind of weird Manscaped reference? You? So Dolly, you're saying that not only is Ace Waterfall a doctor and also a cult leader, but he's also a oh god, hold on. Don't tell me. A Time Lord. I don't know if there was a more accurate term for what the Doctor's race was, but Time Lord. But he's like a corrupted one, like the Master or something like that. He knows the fate of the human race, and he knows that it sucks. So instead, he relies on the ancient underground race of water dwellers. As do shit. So you said last time, Lube. What time has the Doctor been in? I feel like he definitely has. I'm just trying to think, like, if I know any off the top of my head. Because my collective knowledge of Doctor Who goes up to, 12th Doctor? 12th Doctor is, Matt Smith, right? I think I got up to that, and then they removed it from Netflix. This was back, like, 8 years ago, so that's as far as I know. More recently, I rewatched Torchwood, Children of Earth, and Miracle Day, like within the last 6 months though. So I know my Torchwood knowledge. Smith is 11th, but 12th was in a time loop. Wait, I thought Old Man was 13 because he was unlucky number 13. Was that wrong? So 13 was the girl? No, that makes sense because I think yeah, no, because when they started the new series, it was the 9th Doctor, wasn't it? Which would make Tennant 10, and then yeah, Smith would be 11. I always thought I don't know the old guy's name. I always thought he was like unlucky number 13. 13 was Whittaker. Okay, yeah. Kurigawa? I've probably butchered that one. I've heard mixed things about Jodie, and I've heard possibly good things about the 14th one because they brought back a different writer. Do you have thoughts on that? Does anyone have thoughts on that? It's not my little town here. My question is, where would our biggest thing right now is where would a cult leader drill into the earth to have his underwater sea cave thing? Yeah, that's what I had heard, Dolly. Okay. I mostly heard that from like 1 or 2 video essays, effectively, because I didn't check out 12 or 13 or 14 clearly. All I know is that there was like the one with Space Amazon or something like that, and I know that one was handled pretty poorly. That's like the only one off the top of my head that I can think about that was like a clear breakdown of why that one didn't work. 14 with 10 again. That's right. They did 10 for like an episode or something like that, right? It was like really quickly. Or no. Isn't it because I looked this up a little bit ago. Wasn't it the Jodie 13 split into 2, like a divergent one? And so you get Tennant and Nkudi at the same time, right? I feel like the Doctor's house would be near the edge of the water still. I feel like that wouldn't be that. I feel like, you know what it would be? The cave would be under the lighthouse, which is part of why the Doctor would be like close to Millie, because like Millie is like, you know, I need a companion. I need someone that like I can trust, and I can trust you. You're the Doctor, and he's like, oh yeah, you can trust me. I just need to get into the lighthouse. I just need to. I'll take this. Haha. Like very villainous, very manipulative. Ooh. 15 split off from 14 like a starfish. That's so it wasn't diversion. It was like reproducing via budding like SpongeBob. Don't mind this. Just building a little tower over here. There we go. Oh, this does kind of mess up. If I do this too much, I can't zoom in as much. Keep my witch's tower at a solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, F5. There we go. There we go. I can zoom in back again. I don't want to build out here, and I don't want to build out here, because this is where I built that. I guess we build it this way. You would... had to be opened up eventually. Furnace just looking at the cult popping up from a distance with possible kids and spouse in tow. What are they doing over there? You know that one cat image macro where it's like the cat like standing on its hind legs looking over a garden bush saying, "What they doing over there?" That's Ferdinand right now. At this point, yeah, I'm imagining like actually, like I finally solved my where do all the new houses, where do all the new residents come from. Once you get full-blown cult territory, like I imagine like you had a cult on the mainland, and like once you get like your cult leader and or maybe a few people in, then like more people are gonna be like, oh, hey, I want to move in to our cult's base of operations now, right? And then you know you start getting new houses in, and the new houses, that's where you can get a little bit crazy with it, because maybe they all have to be like designed in such a way, and maybe like in like their little additions and everything, they put little sigils down, and overall once everything gets built up, they can like light the fires, or like the sigils will connect and it will make a pattern of the beast. Have a good night, you. Thank you for following in. I hope you enjoyed building an idyllic little town that turned into a cult. What else do we need? I want another green one over here, I think. Give me... Okay, that is the same blue. Okay. This is this blue. Pink. You give me the pink color. Because we only use it over there at that mystery thing. I feel like no one's going to build within like 2 or 3 tiles of this. So most you get like... No, I do like having that gap being there. Because if it's just flat going into it, it feels weird. Having this asymmetrical going into it makes it feel nicer. Was that the... Oh, that was the album. Here, I don't know any of the other albums from Seikara, but let's find out. Illusions of the Heart. So I'll start with Grandpa Murder. Wanted to be a fisherman. Cole would have even came here Mortimer and Betty. Did we ever have met Mariana if this town never existed? Would Millie and Dr. Waterfall have never met if Millie had not chosen to move with her parents? The real Eldritch horror questions. I'm imagining if this was like a movie or if this was a story-based game, right? That would be something that would be like asked at a certain point, where it's all about you know, predestination. Like did their choices actually matter, or was this all predetermined? That feels like that would definitely be I don't want to say Eldritch question. That doesn't sound right, but like that's one of those things where it's like to add into the hopeless feeling that you would get in that kind of situation. It's like were you ever really in control of your actions, or were you just like stuck doing that as part of some predestined, preordained plot from the very, very beginning? And that's like a question that the game would never answer for you, that the movie would never answer for you. But it's one that you would have to like sit with as an audience member, or like you would have to sit with as like the protagonist. Imagine you wear glasses and slick his hair back. Definitely glasses. I don't know if he'd slick his hair back. Because I feel like if you slick your hair back, that's very much like on the nose, like you're a villain. Whereas I think he has a you know, a good demeanor, good facing demeanor, because he's got to be the face of the cult, and also people have to not think that he's in a cult, right? Where's your house? What's up, Mayu? Mayu, which house do you want? Do you want this random house over here, or do you want one of the cult houses? There's slickback styles that don't immediately scream villain. Maybe. Cult houses. Well, Mayu, to give you a rundown of our little history, way back in the back when Mortimer and Betty Valtameri made a little island because Mortimer wanted to be a fisherman in his old advanced retirement age, and he had some grandkids. The grandkids eventually moved in. Grandkids grew up. They got married. Some more people moved in. Eventually, other people moved in. These are the son and the daughter of these two, which were, you know, the parents of the grandkids. And they brought with them their daughter, Millie, which is Billy's sister. And she was in charge of doing the lighthouse. And over time, the town kept growing and growing and growing. And then handsome young Dr. Ace Waterfall moved in. And then, you know, Millie's over here in this lighthouse watching Doctor Who. She is worried that the town's growing too big and too alien and too distant from her. This is so different than how she originally moved in, that she you know, felt alone even more so than she normally was. You know, she confides in Dr. Waterfall. The two of them discover that, hey, there's these ancient water cave tunnels under the lighthouse. Who knows how long they've been there? And then while exploring, that's the reveal that Ace Waterfall was actually the cult leader, and that there's an entire cult in this town. And that's why she's been feeling isolated too, because she's not part of the cult. But then obviously that's her decision at the end, is like, is this preordained or not? Are you going to join the cult or not? Like, and then that's when it cuts to credits, and you're left with an uneasy feeling, and you're just unsure if the movie like even finished. Like oh god, what's going on, right? You know. Something, remember 2 hours ago when I was really sad about like renovating a third house into here because it looked so idyllic and peaceful already? Now you understand why. If you build too large, it will just become horror fodder for my brain. Glasses and a mullet, not a mullet. Between the cold Ace Waterfall asked me nicely. See? All you gotta do is be charismatic. And if he's anything like me, he's overflowing with it. He's living in an attic somewhere. Do you want to live in... This is the newest house we built. You can live in this one. Because we have people living in this house. This is Mortimer the second is living here now. This is William and Jill. This is Ace Waterfall. This is Billiana. This is Billy and Mariana. This is Prospero and Lucille Wright. This is Miranda Wright. This is the schoolhouse. This is Buck Starbuck. This is unclaimed. This is unclaimed. This is unclaimed. This is Stefano Calban. This is unclaimed. This is unclaimed. This is Antonio the Merchant. And then obviously Millie lives here. Technically Millie also lives here, but she's been spending a lot more time in the lighthouse. Because the whole town turns into Colt led by some guy with a mullet. He doesn't have a mullet! Do you think I have a mullet right now? I don't. I just have medium long hair. So what the Mystery Tower's about? What Mystery Tower? I don't see any Mystery Tower. What are you talking about? I don't know. I actually don't know what this is. Ew. It takes all the mystery away when you add this, and it just looks dorky. I imagine this is Fernando actually now, or Ferdinand. Ferdinand left. This is, and he's just over here on the balcony, just being like, "What are they doing over there?" No, I just kind of wanted to build this over here because this was originally going to be the secret mystery, and then we started a cult instead. Now this is so much less interesting than the cult now. Hold on, I need these birds to move. I want to see where they're going to go end up now. That's the dev's house. This is like the like normally when you're playing the video game, you won't see this house because of the fog and the render distance. But if you're like on PC and you mod out the fog render distance, you're gonna see this and you're gonna be like, what is this? And you're gonna go over here and this is like where the dev chest is, and you can just like grab all the like all the loot here. This is just where we like test all the new enemies and everything, right? By the way, guys, speaking of cult video games, RPG Maker VX Ace is on sale for free right now. So if you haven't picked up that game for free, you should go do it. And then also maybe make a video game cult about water sea life or whatever. Because I would play it, 100%. It's like a sewing machine? This looks like a little bit, mostly because of the like pillars and everything, right? I think I see what you mean. There's a non-zero chance? Oh, hell yeah. See, I'm imagining he looks like, oh god. A little bit like, Maruki Sensei, or, there's at least 3 other, like, who are literally every other character that I say, oh, that's just me. That's my brother. Not Changye. Speaking of my brothers, I found another one of my brothers. I've been watching, Mayu, I've been watching Kotobuki. I started watching it on Monday. I'm on episode 8 right now. I found one of my brothers in Kotobuki. It's the first officer, Seneatsu. I don't know. He's stupid. I love him. For those that don't know it, Kotobuki is a show about 6 girls who are the Kotobuki squadron, and it's set in a like post-apocalyptic world where everything is just like desert and deserted, and it has this very like Western feel where like oceans don't exist anymore. Oceans and lakes and large bodies of water just don't exist anymore. They kind of talk about, and so it's just a bunch of like small disparate towns which are like mostly connected via like planes or like airships, like dirigibles, right? And I absolutely love that like setting and that world and that vibe that it has, because it's just very like an old Western thing, but it's focusing on like planes and air combat. And so your main characters are the 6 girls from Kotobuki Squad, and like how they just kind of like do their jobs out in the wilderness of this new post-apocalyptic world. I took notes on this. Where are my notes? I will say I have only like 2 complaints about it. I absolutely love the story. I love the vibe. I love the characters. My only 2 complaints are, and I feel like this was more in the earlier episodes. I feel like I haven't had this issue recently. Maybe I just got used to it, but the early episodes especially, I wish it was slower. Because it felt like, especially during dialogue, it felt like they were going at like 1.1 or 1.25 times speed, because they were just like, there was like no pauses between dialogue, and honestly the setting felt so like, I want like Ghibli or someone to adapt it into just like into like an hour and a half, 2-hour movie on like just 1 episode, where you just get a lot of like shots of like the vast open desert-esque scenery or western scenery, where there's just long pauses between like certain bits of speech. I just want that so badly. But it feels like it just has to like rush certain bits into its runtime, so there's the dialogue, when it's the dialogue part, is just really on like going. But they probably also do that because it's very air battle of the week, and the air battles are not rushed. The air battles actually like are very well set up and very nice and very just fun to watch, so it's worth it. And I think it has slowed down a little bit in later episodes, but you've definitely got a lot of fast talkers in that show. The only other small complaint I have, which is, it's a 3D anime, sort of. It switches between 2D animation and 3D animation, and that's the only complaint, is that it does it semi-randomly. At first I thought like, oh, all the main characters are gonna be 3D and all the side characters are gonna be 2D, but that's not true. In fact, there are 2 side characters that were in the first episode were 2D, now are always in 3D, and I know why. It's probably because of a budget thing, where it's like, you want 3D models for really generic characters or for your main cast. But your characters that show up like once or twice, they're just gonna do 2D because it's cheaper than making a full 3D model for them. But like there are times when they'll turn 3D models into 2D models, or vice versa, and it's a little eclectic why they do it. But honestly, at this point, I'm just kind of fully into it, and whenever it happens, I just like point and laugh. I'm like, oh, look at that, it's weird. Absolutely, it's just the vibe of the show is so immaculate that it's kind of washed away everything from that, and I just am enjoying it. Episode 6 was a really good episode, for instance, where it was all about Kyrie, who is like your main character effectively. She likes pancakes, she's the Genki-esque type, and it's about her like on her way back from getting some money from a job they did. There's a plane that she doesn't, there's like a villain plane for her, which it hasn't gone into why she doesn't like it yet, but it's like the second time it shows up and she like chases it down. It's like, I'm gonna get you this time. And it ends up like disabling her plane, so she has to crash land out in the middle of nowhere. And it's all about like Kyrie's backstory, about how she met this guy called Old Sabaji, and how you know, he kind of taught her about flying, and how she was mystified whenever he took her up in his plane for the first time, and how, you know, he kind of taught her about like how planes work, and so she was able to like fix her engine and get back in the air because of that knowledge there. And that, I think, was a great episode, because a lot of it was just her on her own, or her talking with like Old Sab outside of like when you cut back, and so like the fact that I was talking about like the dialogue feels really fast when it's just her out in the middle of nowhere. That's that feel I love. That's what I wanted from the show, and I got it in that episode, and I was just fully engrossed. It was great. Winchestering with a newfound passion for sewing. He's making all the cult ropes for the entire cult. Had to Google to see what he looks like. He looks like Old Mayonnaise. See, that's what I'm saying, Mayu. I'm glad you get it. When you're old and quit piloting to take an officer position instead, hell yes. And I get my orders given to me by a dodo, I think. I don't know how that one works, actually. But there's Captain Dodo, I think is what his name is. When I become first officer to the madam. to Lulu. Animes to go with a mobile game launch around the same time. Wait, what? Really? I assume it's anime only. That's kind of what I thought. I thought it was just like someone's passion project 100% then. And it was just like on a like passion project on a budget because it was like switching between 2D and 3D. It being like for a mobile game is not what I was expecting at all. And then went offline the next year. I do not doubt that. It's very rare for a mobile game to like get off the ground and like stick around for a while. There have been a lot of mobile games I've seen that like come out and they're gonna be like, we're gonna be the next big thing, and most are gonna die in under a year. So one of the ancient elder sea creatures even went mad when he looked into its eyes. What, Ferdinand? I feel bad for Ferdinand. Ferdinand's his own little guy. I feel bad for him. Let me look into the elder sea creatures and make me lose my mind, but I still have my mind. Excuse me, Ace Waterfall, not me. Golden Bushman Bandit. Bamco, really? That must be why I was looking up the opening the other day, because I really like the opening. If you guys need music, I'm not gonna play it because this would definitely get me muted. But the opening song for Kotobuki, which is Sora None, I want to say is what it's called. But that, speaking of vibe, that hits the vibe immaculately, where it just starts out with like whistling and this like very jazzy like western, like not vaudeville, or like vaudeville burlesque-esque, like just, I don't know, there's just a weird jazzy western feel to it, which just hits really strongly. And someone in the comments had mentioned that I think they found out about the show via, I think Ace Combat 7 had like a small crossover with them, and I think it must be just like emblems, right? But I kind of want to boot up Ace Combat 7 at some point and just look and see what they had in there. I assume it's, I do just assume it's just like 2 emblems or something, but I thought that was interesting. And yeah, if it was developed by Bamco, that would make sense, because Bamco, I think, also does Ace Combat, if memory serves. Brendan started helping Dr. Wildflower's Cult, thinking they're going to stop the monsters from taking over the world. Oh no! Oh, I feel bad for Ferdinand over here now. I don't want this man to have lore. He was just going to be a silly little side character. Now he's like Gaster. He's not like Gaster at all. He's more like, what's a character in Undertale that wasn't supposed to have lore, but then they have a lot of lore? Oh no, it's Timmy or something, I don't know. Keep building my cult houses. There's a lot more warm colors here. There's a lot more mix. I want to throw in... No, these are warm colors. These are cool colors, actually. Like, we don't get a lot of clashing. Like, over here, actually, it's red, yellow, red, orange, greens, yellows, blue. Like, actually, the color wheel over here is kind of immaculate. Here's where it gets ugly. I'm trying to think, how do I make this ugly over here? I think I need to just throw a red house over here, and I think that will make it a little bit more disorganized. I kind of like this house, actually. It's a little goofy, it's a little weird, but yeah. It's like a Mobius strip. It's a very goofy little guy, but I absolutely adore this house. Stimulus is going to be successful in rooting out this cult. Who's to say another one won't pop up in its place? Oh, I don't think Millie's going to be successful rooting this cult out at all. Like in the lore I described, it's definitely like a to be continued ... question mark situation. How is one girl going to stop an entire cult? Asking for a friend, just in case, like so I could help them, not so I could like stop it from like happening. But like if I were, say I was like a doctor in a town and I wanted to help someone stop a cult from happening, like how would I do that? Just wondering. Creatures of the Blind just live with Ferdinand. She's his adopted daughter, and only he and Dr. Waffle know she exists. Wait, is the creature blind, or would Ferdinand be blind? I kind of like the idea of Ferdinand being blind. Like what if Ferdinand, like Ferdinand saw a creature, and that blinded him, and then he moved out here to Winchester, his own house. That's why it looks, he doesn't know what's happening. He's just building it based on his instinct, right? In his blinded state, and he adopts a creature, which, because he's blind, he doesn't know he's adopted a creature. He doesn't know fully what's going on, right? Hmm. And Dr. Waterfall goes over to like check on him, and to like make sure he's doing well, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know that he's sequestering a creature the entire time, and that's part of why it is, right? Because the creature is like one of the ones that like can understand thought and human emotion and speech and everything like that, and Ferdinand's unknowingly raising it this entire time. And since that's the only place like in the area that we can like have a creature and not have it like be drawn attention to. Ooh. And the doctor is going there on like the pretense of like, oh yeah, there's a blind guy that lives over there. I'm gonna go check on him, make sure he's not like hurting himself, but like it's actually for more than just that. Ooh. But don't let you run over the hanger by yourself. Hey, if I can toot my own horn, I think my legit hangar renovations have gone really well. I put up some cubes on the wall that I can put my magazines in. I hung that TV above the fireplace, which I mentioned. I put a little like Twitter post out yesterday, but like yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm not streaming today. I'm gonna hang out and have a fun time. So I lit a fire in the fireplace, right? And I did that. I watched like a little bit of YouTube, then I watched like 3 episodes of Kotobuki. But like after that, the fire was still going, and I was like, I kind of want to go like mess around on the computer, but I don't want to go while the fire's still going. So for the last like 20 minutes, I just stood up in front of the fireplace, having my legs just bask in the warmth of the fireplace, standing like 2 feet away from the TV. Probably not good for me, but I was just kind of like, as if that would like help the fire go down faster or something. It was a very weird feeling. But damn, it was really cold yesterday though, so I was actually glad I was doing that, because that's the other reason I was doing it, is like, A, I wanted the fire to go down faster, and B, I was cold, so like standing in front of the fireplace like that actually made it so my legs would be warm. Because my legs are the part of my body that I probably gets coldest the quickest, right? Like feet and legs get cold quickly, which is why I'm wearing a blanket over my legs right now. Everything else is usually pretty good. You know, the jacket, the scarf, and the hair kind of help. Got to bed today, and I thought it felt a little chilly. I mean, sometimes because I leave my window. Oh, did you leave your window open, Mayu? Mayu, go close your window. It's nighttime. The ghosts are gonna get in. Feels like -7. What is that in -7 Celsius to Fahrenheit? That's not. See, that's the weird part to me, is I think I've been in colder areas recently. It's 5/7 plus 32, plus or minus 32. I'm trying to think what the order is. 19F? Yeah, that's not too bad. Obviously, I'm built for the cold in multiple ways. And also, and honestly, even though I'm built for the cold, that doesn't mean I'm out there with my windows open at that temperature. I'm indoors during that temperature, so probably would be pretty probably not nice. So hopefully, yeah, go close your window and get some blankets on. Or my hot water bottle. Oh, go get your hot water bottle. Lucky. Do you actually, like, what do you do with your hot water? Do you just, like, fill it with hot water and, like, put it in your lap or something like that? That sounds really nice, actually. I know it's used for, like, the only time I ever get to see it, like, I ever hear it of those getting used, like, when you're sick and you, like, put it on your, like, head or on your stomach, right? It was even known to stay cool. Wait, so wait. When is still open? I'm chilling? You're chilling in -7 Fahrenheit weather. -7 weather. Do you at least have your blanket on? Or your hot water bottle on? Just straight up chilling. Very nice then. Don't even have a hot water bottle. I would say same, but I think I actually do have one. Yeah, like the red one, right? That's what it, like the red or like that kind of color one, right? Put hot water and it stays hot for hours. When put it on my head, it'd probably burn me. Put it on my lap, I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I guess I don't know if you put it on your head. In my head, you put it on your head, but I think you actually just put a hot rag on your head is what they do when you're sick. Oh, blue. I didn't know they came in other colors. I think red is just like the generic one that you would usually see. Neat. I think Miranda writes everyone is why her stepbrother doesn't write back anymore. Do you think Miranda knows? Do you think... Well, first and foremost, do the... I think my video game headcanon that there's fog to render distance, so I don't think anyone sees this. I think only the doctor knows this is here. And that's because cult shenanigans. Maybe some other cultists know, but like the majority of the people, I think they're stuck in this island now. I don't think anyone's going to the mainland anymore except for maybe Antonio, but Antonio might be into the cult now. So like, yeah, Miranda doesn't know what's going on outside this island. Ooh, all the information is being controlled now, right? Because like if all the mail is going through Antonio, and maybe if Antonio is in the cult, like look at this proximity here. All the information going in and out of the island is being monitored. Ooh. So sure, earlier today, I was thinking to myself like, I have RPG Maker VX Ace now, and I was like, what if I ever made a game? And I was like, I don't know if I could make a game. I don't know if I have a story I could make a game out of. But then I really like the story that we're making up right now. And I really do. I could really see like you just take a city, you have your main character be someone who works in a lighthouse, and it's literally just you exploring this one town. Because I really like those types of games where it's like one specific setting, one town, one building, one thing, and it's just you turning it upside down, inside out, and just exploring as much as you can, and like learning information about what happened here, what is happening here. I really like this. If anyone wants to make this game in RPG Maker VX Ace, you have my full authority. You have my full permission and blessing. 3rd anniversary project. I do kind of like that. That's a huge project, though. I don't know if I'm built that strongly to be able to do that, but I do kind of like that. Good for cramps. Ooh. When we went camping in northern Minnesota a couple of Christmases ago, we filled our Nalgene's. Oh, like plastic water bottles. Is this an Nalgene? This is a Camelback? This is a Camelback? Really? I just picked up my water bottle and I just realized it was a Camelback water bottle. I don't know why I thought it was something else. I think my old water bottle was an Nalgene. RPG Maker game making stream. It would be kind of fun. I have done it before. Like I mentioned RPG Maker VXS. I actually bought that like for real on sale. Like way long ago. So I didn't get it for free when with the free promotion that's currently going on, but I have at least like 3 like dead projects that didn't go anywhere. And I think at least one of them, the one that went the furthest was, again, even back then, even back like 8 years ago, it was like I just love the concept of one town and everything takes place in like one town that's just really, really like really, really in depth with what you can do and what you can talk to. Oh, the music stopped again. Okay, I'm gonna do one more music thing. Once this music wraps, that'll probably be where we'll call it. Let's see. Give me another. Everlasting Summer. Check this one out. Looking Godot or Godot. I actually don't know how it's pronounced. So I can start making video games when I turn 30. Very nice, Asmo. I like it. There's also, I noticed, because during the RPG Maker sale, it's like part of RPG Maker or Maker Studios sale or whatever like that. They're making like an action game maker or something like that. As like a new, I guess a new engine or a new game maker thing. It looks cool. I think Ferdinand has a PS box on the mainland since he's blind and stuck in his Winchester era. He's not making it for letters. Oh, that tracks. I like that. Is that, yeah, she's just sending them to Ferdinand, who she thinks is still in the mainland. Little does she know. Small towns are just great canvas for stories. 100%, right? Because it's all about, like, small town mystery. It's just, there's that level of intimacy with, like, a small town that you don't get with, like, a larger town. Small towns are great for mysteries or happenings, right? Like any of, speaking of Lovecraft, like literally any Lovecraft story where it's like a small town, like Shadow over Innsmouth, that's a small town. Or I mentioned earlier, was it Hot Fuzz that I mentioned that earlier? Hot Fuzz, for instance, though, is also like, that's a small town. It's a small British town where it's like they always win Town of the Year or Village of the Year or whatever like that. But over the course of the movie, you're like, because there's that mystery going on, and it's like, oh, there's a cult or whatever in the small town, and that's why. And it's just like, it's because it's so intimate, and like there's like these secrets that are only spoken in whispers because they all know each other, and like there's a clearly defined in-group and out-group that's just like, ooh. I'm gonna try picking RPG Maker up again. Write down the plot first, and the maps, and the characters and story. It would be that simple, right? If you're saying for me, I don't know. It would be neat, but like, it would be neat. It's one of those things where I would just be worried about juggling too many things, TBH. Like there would be no reasonable timeline that I would ever be able to like finish the RPG if I were ever to like make an RPG Maker project. There would just be no reasonable timeline. Cause I still like streaming inherently. I like playing my fighting games. I like doing the song covers and all the other little projects. And if I was to make like a good like real in-depth RPG Maker game, it would be like, that'd be a huge one. I could probably make a small thing, like 100%. Like for an anniversary project, do like just like explore like the hangar or something like that. Since that'd be like one building that you can go really, really in depth in. Whenever I make games and stream and have a date. Yeah, exactly. Asmo, you're so real. I hadn't even read your thing yet, but no, that's hit the nail on the head there. It's one of those things though where if I do think, like, even though what I just said, I think it is really important that if you can do, something extra, to do something extra, right? Like, I think I have a lot of other hobbies and things that I like to do on my plate that I don't need that effectively. But if I didn't have that, like, 100% RPG Maker would be like a great outlet for that. A great outlet for like creativity. But I think I'm very lucky in having multiple different outlets, hobbies, and things I can be creative in that I don't... It's just one of those things where I don't feel like I need to pick up another one. Speaking of, by the way, of things to do, Sorcerer, what are we doing for Valentine's Day? Do we want to do something next week? Nothing. Would you guys wish to, yeah, do you guys just want to play Elden Ring? I was trying to think if I want to do something special this year, because last year we did I made a VN and I made a cake for you guys, and I didn't want to just repeat that. And I didn't have any like time to prep or plan because I had Frosty's 2 weekends ago, and I was out of town last weekend as well. So I was like, oh shoot, I forgot that it was coming up next week. So I don't know if you guys were like, man, I'd really like if a streamer did this goofy idea. Dating sim with all the elemental falls. That could be my RPG Maker project. I don't think I can do that in under a week, but I do like that idea. It's always been weird grid-wise, but... So Windfall would just be me, which I don't know what trope I am. Genki... Osanan... what is it called? Genki childhood friend? Waterfall would be your yandere. What are your other tropes? Who's done like guy dating sims? I don't know if they're different than girl dating sims. Or dating sims where you date guys. Because I don't know if they're different than dating sims where you date girls, right? Because I think the only two that I know off the top of my head, and I don't even know them that well, are Hatoful Boyfriend and the KFC one. And Hatoful Boyfriend I watched someone play well over a decade ago. And the KFC one, I watched Yahire play like an hour of it like 2 weeks ago. And that was very clearly a shitpost rather than an actual one, so that didn't count. Oh, I do like Firefall being a bad boy. That's a good one. You know, yeah, it's your tsundere, your hothead, right? Your like, oh god, what would it would be like what would it like? I'm trying to think of like what would a line be like? You're here? What? Couldn't stay away from me? Not that I like you or anything like that. Smart haughty. Part of me wants to say that one's just me, but I don't think that's true. Cause I don't think I'm haughty. I'm full of myself. That's different. Kudere loner. Flirtatious. Tsunderes. Derederes. Kuderes. The male version of Himedare, but that exists too. Ooh, what would it? What the? It would be a. What's Prince? It would be Joe. No, Joe? Not Joe. Is it OG? OG. OG there it is. Okay. So you have a yandere and you have a tsundere so far. What was the other one? Earthfall? So we have tsundere. So we need kudere, smart haughty, flirtatious, and or OG. Earthfall could be kudere. See, that's the more houses touching each other, actually. Is this like the only house that actually touches? No, there's actually one more. It's this house over here, right? Oh my god, I forgot how cool this looked. Yeah, I want more houses touching each other now, actually. Like now we're at the point in the building. You know, you guys read Uzumaki, right? Of course you did. It was part of the required reading for this cult. There's the part in Uzumaki where after the town keeps getting destroyed by like cyclones, they decide to rebuild the town and they just build long like log houses, like longhouses, I think they're called, right? And they just start connecting together, and that inherently makes a giant spiral of longhouses. There's a milady. Maybe there's a web one in. Thank you. There's no tea in there. I drank it all. Water it is. Wait, I don't know if you've been lurking for a while, but we're currently playing Townscaper. We have our nice little coastal village here, which may or may not hold a cult with a yandere doctor and a lonely protagonist girl. And we may or may not be talking about an Elemental Fall RPG Maker dating sim, but I hope your day has been good. Maybe more than 4 have to be like Hatoful Boyfriend, where the real story is hidden behind complete the game at least one time. Ah, okay. So instead of being like a sequel, you're just saying like, yeah, you'd have to get like New Game Plus effectively. Is that how Hatoful Boyfriend plays? Like I said, I haven't looked at it since God, since like 2012 or something like that, and I imagine that whoever I was watching play it did not play it all the way through. They played it for like the hour or something like that just to get the joke out. Oh, look how good that is. See, this is why I wanna like build all these houses together now, because then you get cool things like that going on. Oh, this looks so cool, actually. See, look, that's such a unique, different. Yeah, okay. Source Square, I think it's the point in the game where we have to like all the houses need to connect now, so everyone in the cult can like talk to each other or something. Woodfall. Oh, wood would be different than Earth, isn't it? Metalfall mechanic. Hey, I'm slightly mechanic coded. Thunderfall the Rockstar. God, I actually really like this music. I feel like that's a little bit too goofy. I do kind of want to leave it like that, though. And then... Oh, no. There. Haven't... Like that. I think that's good. That's good. As was cooking. We already have... Milady, we already have, Waterfall, who is a yandere doctor. Did I mention this? I think I said this. I don't know if I said this when you were in here or if that was before or after it, but yeah, you already have Waterfall, the yandere doctor. You have Firefall, the tsundere hothead, and you have Earthfall, the kudere park ranger-esque. See, very few outside the obsessive fan scene talk about it. Ah. Does it still have an obsessive fan scene? It's been so... It probably does, but it's been so long since I've heard or talked about it that it's kind of neat if it's still going on, actually. Yeah! Oh, look at this. Ooh! Oh, yo! Oh, I really like this, actually. This is like a real-ass apartment thing. There's some really beautiful things you can do in this game. Yeah, give me this, actually. Firefall Profession. That's true, actually. So you have pilot, you have doctor, you have park ranger. What would your tsundere hothead be? So how was pretty dark, if a bit Mimi. Because I mean the Mimi part mostly comes from the fact that they're pigeons, right? But like, is it one of the things where, outside of the fact that they're pigeons, everything is played very straight, right? And so it just takes like real decent story bits and like just plays it with pigeons, like plays it completely straight there with that. You're thinking line cook? Line cook would be very wow, what's the word for it? It would be very like I could see someone being short-tempered, right? A firefighter. Hold on, outside of being tsundere, what's the other trait for it? Is it hot-headed or is it something else? I feel like a line cook would be a hot-headed if it's that specifically. Firefighter being a hot-headed is a little bit more, or bad boy, that's what it was. Could be a little bit of bad boy as a firefighter. That could track a little bit. Don't do that. Wait, what do you mean they're not kissing? No, these houses are supposed to kiss. There we go, that's better? It doesn't look that nice, though. I do like this, though. This in of itself is good. The main thing is this White House doesn't change. This house can change a little bit. No, I don't want this one to change either. Yeah. Shipping the buildings. Oh, it's so much worse, Aeon. So much worse. We've devolved from being like an idyllic... Aeon, you know how earlier you came and you was like, I was playing a cozy game without any bad things happening? We might have started a cult. That's neither here nor there. That's not important. The important thing is that my alter ego, Ace Waterfall, is the doctor that definitely isn't the leader of the cult. Just maybe, allegedly. Look, the only one who says that there's a cult going on is Millie, who's over here in this lighthouse, and you know she's not part of the in group, so what does she know? Also, that's Ferdinand's house. You can tell it's Ferdinand's house because it's an F. Army of One ass buildings? What is Army of One? Because I read Army of One, but in my head I thought Army of Darkness. Which also I haven't seen, but I do want to watch that one. I need to watch all of the Evil Dead stuff at some point. I've watched Evil Dead 1, but that's the only thing I've seen so far. How do we... Oh, use different colors. Yeah. Give me a yeah. No. I'm trying to think how to do this without being too grotesque, right? That's right. There's a whole lot of lore on. Basically, like, you know, in a really quick summation for those that are just catching up, Mortimer and Betty Valtimare are an old man and woman who moved to this island because it was Mortimer's dream to always just be a fisherman on an island on his own. Things happen, town expands, they build a lighthouse, the doctor moves in, a lot more people move in. At some point, Ferdinand, which is the son of Prospero and Lucille Wright, Prospero, of course, being a recovering alcoholic, and Lucille being his new wife, his second wife, who is also the teacher on the island, who teaches in this new schoolhouse. She used to teach in a smaller schoolhouse here, but since the island's grown, she now moves and teaches in this one. Fernando, the son, when he grew up, he moved out to the mainland. At some point, he came back. He got blinded by a Lovecraftian beast monster just from the sight of it, not like attacked. He just, upon seeing it, he was blinded from its grotesque nature, we can say. And he moved into this house over here, and in his blind state, where he's just kind of mad as well, he's just building it. These people here don't know he exists because there's a sea of fog that isn't like traversable. The doctor has been over here though, and Fernando has also adopted one of the creatures, the creature which is now a lot more almost human-like, and it's the way it can understand speech and it's showing emotions. And Fernando's blind. He doesn't really know that he's raising one of the creatures, one of the monsters, but he is, unbeknownst to him, which is probably under the effect in some way of the doctor, manipulating him, in a way that's like, oh, Fernando, stay here. Your daughter needs you, or your son needs you. All the while, it's all part of the machinations, right? Unrelated. Not that that's important right now. We're building a cute, cozy town. You know how Marina felt the pull to come to this town? That's right, actually. I think I did actually say that. Was she descended from these elder creatures? So there's like a sect of the creatures that lived on land before. So some of the cultists might just be coming to return to where they were born in a way, right? I was gonna say, yeah, it is just a shadow Rand's mouth. Always has been. Senior's dock did change because it changed it a little bit, right? The dock used to be over here, right? Because we built more red stuff, and like the red house is fused into the yellow house in a way, but it hasn't changed in a while ever since that. So neighbor architecture, it is, and it's great. This is what the neighbor uses to catch the kid. It's like if you stand. This is some Looney Tunes stuff actually. It's like if you're. This is. You don't. Hold on. Imagine we have to make up new characters. There are 2 new kids. Or no, Millie. It's just Millie again, because Millie's our protagonist. Millie's like, you gotta believe me, Ace, because I'm there. Sure, we'll just use that. It's Millie and Ace together, and Millie's trying to convince Ace because she doesn't know that Ace is the cult leader. And she's like, you gotta believe me. Come here. Come to the spot. Look here at these binoculars. I can tell through the fog. There's a house over there. And she goes and looks through the binoculars. Little does she know that the winch is right there, and then. Like a cartoon villain, and then picks her up like a UFO catcher. Is the plan to snatch tourists? Close. There are no tourists on this island, Aeon. All the flow of information coming in and out of this island is fully controlled. The only people coming to this island are more cultist fish people. Oh, this one, yes. I would never change this. This is adorably amazing, perfect. I would never sully the memory of Mortimer Sr. and Betty. Like if I were a villain, not that I am. If I were a villain though, that's the one thing where it's like, you know, you come to the town, you learn the history of the town, and even though the town gets fucked up, you keep one thing the same because you can feel in your heart, because you're not a bad guy. You're doing what needs to be done, and because it's for the good of the whole, the good of the community, the good of the world even, and there's no reason for you to have to sully this spot, this beautiful spot that you've heard so much good things about, and you yourself even go to this spot every so often, and you just soak it in. You're like, I am doing the right thing for the world. I am in fact the correct one here. Like, yeah, he would never change this. You can check out anytime you like, but you can't leave the island, 100%. Catcher sacrifices. It's a tourist trap, if you will. Winch is my favorite thing. It's so goofy. Some more purple over here. Like we have to. I really like this house the most, which is why I'm gonna be sad that I have to destroy it. Ugh, I need to make a way that isn't ugly. Oh, it's so hard. See, because I don't want to make just straight lines, because I think straight lines are ugly. I think what I can do though is we'll build a new house here. Yeah, there we go. Nah. Alright. No! I like it when it does that. I kind of like... That can just be like that, yeah. Little too cartoony. Wait. How do you get up to this bench? I kind of need to leave. Hold on. Can I do it with There we go. There we go. That's it. I need it. This bench is here. Only if you're a level 3 cult member can you get up to this bench. This is basically the same as this spot, except it's inaccessible to people that aren't, have fish gill magic that can fly or something. Oh, the eldritch creatures. At night when they scale the buildings, they climb on the rooftops, right? And then they can get over there. Confession scene? Hold on. Why is it getting a confession scene? First off, that would imply he was doing something wrong. Second off, that would imply he gets caught. And when you have an entire cult, when you have an entire town under your influence, except for one lone girl, I don't see how you lose that. Oh, for the dating scene. Oh, like a love confession. Oh. I thought you meant like a criminal confession. Very different thing. I think it's perfect, service crew. I don't know. Is there anything else we can't even do to here? My music has ended, so speak now. Or live in this town peacefully. Ooh, that is interesting, actually. Not gonna do that, but it is really interesting that it turns that into more of a peninsula-looking thing with a beach. I wish you could do that without having a thing there. Orphanage for the ocean creatures? Ooh, actually. Well, I'd imagine it would be underground, and it's not until we get rid of that pesky Millie that we can put it somewhere important. And honestly, it could just even be in the lighthouse at that point. Also, honestly, use Ferdinand's house at a Walmart. While this is all happening, and while Ferdinand's over there, over here at the far reach. Hold on, no. It would be over. The very last thing we need to build. Building a little area over here. We should get click and drag in this game. Dun, dun. I wonder if I hold on. Okay, there's not. Okay. I want to see if I held like shift or something like that. Or control. Hold on, we gotta build a real big parking lot first. Now that the music has stopped, and it's just the sounds of me plopping down land. Oh, no. Honestly, this feels like a hospital. Or an orphanage or something. Like some not industrial necessarily, but like some institution, right? I actually kind of love it. How do you like it? So, Screw, would you guys move in? I think I'd move in. An idyllic town where nothing bad ever goes wrong. This is the true oh god, what is it called? This is where you get indoctrinated. I want to be Ferdinand. Ferdinand's a good boy. He's a little spacey ever since his running with you know. But he's a good boy. Does it save to clipboard? Ooh. Wait, if I hit open. Oh, does it just automatically like have a bunch of save files? Is that how that work? Huh. Here, let's there it is. And then oh, the lights come on. We'll make our pilgrimage. Oh, this is beautiful. See, the best worst part is at night you can't tell what color the houses are. Ooh. This is beautiful. I wish this lighthouse could turn on, actually. I'm really surprised it doesn't. Obviously, I don't know if this knows that it's supposed to be a lighthouse or not, but oh, it's so nice. All right, so screw. With that, I don't think I have anything else. All right, so screw. Let's hey, quiet you. Let us let's wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a weird. I didn't know what I was getting into. I knew this game didn't have like a game, and so it was just like we're just gonna let our imagination run wild. Little did I know, my imagination as one thing it likes wrapping back to. I think overall we did a solid job. Let me think. On Sunday we're gonna be doing Persona 5. It's finally back. Should be fun. Should be good. Monday we're gonna be playing fighting games. Tuesday is Arc Nights. We're gonna be doing the new event, the Omnibus event, I think is what it is. Vignette, as it's called in English. And Thursday, I don't know what we're doing next Thursday still. I might pull something out. We might do something weird for Valentine's Day. Otherwise, we're probably gonna finish up Elden Ring. We'll see. I don't think I have anything else. I'm gonna send you guys over to someone. Sorcerer, if you guys have any recommendations, please send them my way. Because I don't got a whole lot going on right now. This VOD be archived as a highlight. All my VODs are on my YouTube, Dolly. Hopefully, I don't know if this will have the sound. I hope that all the sound gets persevered. It might not, but we'll find out together, won't we? So we can't have nice things. A little. I think we still had nice things, Asmodian. I think we still had nice things. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna use the. Let's do something fun today, Service Crew. Let's look at. No one's playing this game, are they? No. Think if anyone know where to check for VODs? Anytime. They are all there with the exception of like some karaoke ones because obviously those definitely get nuked. But I think all my VODs should be on YouTube. They're all technically hidden, so they're all in playlists. But if you go to the playlist, they should be sorted by the category of game and also by month, depending which way you want to go through it. I'm going to send you to... Send you guys back over to Glenpie. Somebody's just doing some just chatting. Go check them out. Go say hi. But with that, Source Crew, I know nothing else. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you next time. Peace out, everyone.